just me.
Hey, you. Hey, just you. Looking good over there, just you.
Yes.
Hi. Anybody with us yet?
Share. Yes. Let's see. I don't know. We don't know.
We'll see.
Let's see. Kim. Of course, Kim's here. Vika's here.
Hey, Kim. Hey, Vika. Hey. Good morning. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We had a pretty good Thanksgiving. Oh, and my turkey came out good. It came out good. I was like, I hadn't done a turkey in a couple of years, and it came out good. Why? Because I used one of those little turkey bags in the oven. It worked really good. I barely had to baste that thing at all. Made me very happy. And Phil helped me cook, which he's never done before as far as Thanksgiving goes. And it was super helpful. Even if it was like, hey, open those cans of green beans or whatever the fuck. You know. So it was good. The kids came over. It was a good time.
Kim put me too. Vika put Happy Thanksgiving for all those who celebrated.
Yes.
Roxanne put Hi Angie.
Hey, Roxanne.
Vika
Hey.
asked,
Hey,
did you save the bones?
You know, I saved some of them. I didn't save the leg bones because they were too big, but I've got some soaking in like dishwater, and then I'll like scrub them really good, and then I'll put them in the air fryer, dry them out, and I'll probably paint them up. But I saved a few. I'm not sure which of those I'm going to use, but I did save a few, and it's like, okay, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
All right. So Today is
Black Friday sale day. $10 off of everything. So the $10 off, not everything $10, $10 off. So save you $10. So 20 becomes 10, 30 becomes 20, 40 becomes 30, and 50 becomes 40. So $10 off on all my reads. So that's what we're doing. So that's the sale, and I know I'm going to have to print a new sign because I got overzealous with my Sharpie.
Heather's here.
Hey, Heather.
Sandra's here.
Hey, Sandra.
Yes, on the video, I forgot to put off. So it is not $10 for every read across the board.
Off.
$10 off.
Yeah, so that'll be enough to, save you for a burger and I don't know, maybe a drink, depending on where you're going. But whatever.
A burger and a drink at McDonald's. $10.
Yeah, something. You don't have to go there. You put your $10 where the hell you want.
Heather, ask a question. You know you want to ask one.
Yeah. Okay.
But that is it, yes. And we already have two on the list. We have Julie and we have Vika.
Okay, we'll get to it. And then we'll start doing the micros or whatever. But Julie and Vika already paid, so we're not going to make them wait. But do stay with us. Okay.
Definitely. Okay, so we have Julie for a blind.
Julie for a blind. Okay, Julie. What we're doing is over here, a little over here. Yeah. I like this one a lot. You guys see me go into this Shaman's Dream Oracle a lot because I like it a lot. So here we go. I don't remember the name of this one. This is Woman in Total Control of Herself, Shaman's Dream Oracle, and the mystery, I don't remember what it is, Oracle. All right. Let's see what we got. Julie, what does she need to know? Something big's coming in for you. There's going to be downloads for you happening fairly soon. You need to be very mindful in the next 2 weeks to keep yourself in order. Keep yourself organized. Keep yourself in order. Keep yourself peaceful. It's not a time for chaos for you. Not at all. Yeah, something's coming in. What else? It's like you need to make sense of things that haven't made sense in a while. Okay, we're starting here. We've got the creatrix of cunning. Yeah, you need to be smart with your time, smart with what you're doing, smart. Again, order is coming in. You need to set up the rules. Then you have here, the predator. Here's why. People are prone to take an advantage of you, and you need to give them a little less of your time, a little less of your energy, a little less of your thought, a little less of your concern. Am I saying be selfish? Yes. Yes, selfish in the good way. Put yourself as priority in the good way. Let go of some old beliefs that are oppressive. And then the thief of peace. Yeah, these are coming in. These old belief systems are, can you disconnect from a certain situation? Yeah, you need to. In order to receive more information, more activations is such a generic word. But more insight in how you're handling your life. You need to set it up so it works for you and let other people deal with whatever it is. If they don't like the version of you where you're having to put yourself as priority first, that means they've been taken advantage and they need to get the fuck over it. All right, we're going here. These came next. Anunnaki light codes. It says, energize the shift with new information, building a cycle. End of a cycle. Gaia gateway activation. Learning the experiences, wisdom of Transmission, Earth Intelligence. Okay, this one I want to see a little bit more. Show her this one. Hang on. Ooh, there's one behind it. The I Am Presence, of course. Light Body Activation, assessing the divine wisdom within, of course. And the Pleiadian activation here. It's saying, come together, harmony in the heavens. Resolution. This is to do with all of the solar chakra. This is to do with the I Am energy right here, right? It's not co-creating, it's the I Am. What do you want to do individually? This is what's coming in for you. It needs to be stronger, stronger, stronger for you. Show this. This is when you're going to get the activation. It's going to be prismatic spectrums. Look for rainbow in the light pastel. Rainbow in, I don't know. It'd be like a leaded crystal hanging in the window and it casts a prism across the way. That's prismatic codes. Look for this as your clue and your signal if you're out and about shopping, whatever. Look for these colors. You're going to be reminded by that to allow all the light to filter through. But you are the one determining this. You are one that determines how much of your presence that people get, and you need to make yourself priority. Coming together, Pleiadian activation, harmony in the heavens, whale song resonating, and the watchers. Yeah, it's like your star ancestors want to be here with you. Lucy's in the house now, and Lucy's saying, "Show this, show this." This is the watchers. This is support coming in. So, whether people believe in galactics or star ancestors, call them angels, call them whatever you want. They're here. And it feels like the Pleiadian energy is definitely where the watchers are coming in and the whale song is resonating. You need to shift something about your frequency. And along with the homework that I'm telling you about getting clear on the boundaries and all that, your frequency is important. If that means you like thunk a singing bowl and let that resonate for a while, or a tuning fork, or whether you're playing actual different frequencies, the white light activation from Alana Fairchild, those are good frequencies, and they'll tell you each one. That's a good one to work with. That would be really good. Not everybody wants to listen to whale song and like, oh, that's the jammiest thing, but it's telling you there is something that's deep that's coming up, and if you shift your frequency, you'll be able to activate a little easier. The fallen angel part, there's a forgiveness energy that needs to come through here. Spiritual narcolepsy. Let that go. If you've been asleep spiritually for a while because you've been accommodating others or avoiding your own shit, this is the time to get some shadow work done. This is time to let go of some of this other stuff. And then we have the Moon Maiden, new beginnings. Absolutely. This is going to help push you into that area of the higher, of the heart and the higher heart. But you have to do this part first. Yellow chakra, then the green, then going up, right? And this sometimes is green and sometimes pink. Look again for that pastel prismatic. Anything else? It's about who you are and who you are becoming, who you are, who you are, who you are. And if you're asking yourself, who am I, who am I, who am I, who am I? You're going to know. And then the I am needs to come through. So if you're repeating this, who am I, who am I, who am I, who am I, to yourself over and over out loud in your car, whatever, people can think you're bonkers. It doesn't matter. Who am I, who am I, who am I? I am blah, 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 blah. You are who you say you are. You are the name you give yourself. You are the name you claim yourself to be. That's what's important. Okay, that's complete. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this for you. Yeah, and this has Lucy's energy all over it. I'm going to show her this card again. This is beautiful. And show her this one. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous energy on that. I love that for you. Yeah, Woman in Total Control of Herself was the first deck that I went to for you on this one. And it's exactly what it is. You're not wrong to hold your boundaries, redefine your boundaries, and let people catch up and keep up with you. That's just fine. If they can't, then you've been too convenient for them for too long.
All right, lovely. She says thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, Wendy, we do have a new Cash App. It is the Feisty Butterfly. It used to be like the others, A Feisty, but we started having problems with it, so we got another one. That is what we're doing. But today is $10 off all of Angie's reads.
And that's Phil talking to you. So if you see Phil's name on the Cash App or the PayPal or whichever one, that's my husband Phil. So, yeah, he's
There
part of
you
the
go.
team, as you can tell.
We have one on the list so far. We have Vika.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right. Yeah, it's $10 off of everything today. We're doing Black Friday sale. Right on.
Yes, $10 off.
Yeah.
Not like my mistake.
Which it's not half off, but it is half off on the Blind Oracle, and it's a good damn deal. My prices are good anyway. Everybody can tell you that.
Oh,
So,
and
yeah.
if you've never been with us before, Angie has
A
an
ton
unreal.
of cards, and I've got a bunch of new ones I'm so
Unreal.
excited about. I love tarot. I love me some tarot.
Unreal collection.
Yeah, this is tarot, 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 tarot,
They're
tarot.
all
And then some of
over
this is
the
oracle.
frickin' place.
The left side is mostly oracle, but still tarot. So yeah. So I love me some cards. I love it.
As you can see.
My little library. I'm happy to share and do some reads with you for sure. Okay, all right.
And the crystal ball and the genie lamp and all that.
Yeah. It's fun up here, guys. It's fun. You gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun. You betcha. All right. Did you say that there was something else to be reading?
Yes, I'm getting there. Okay, take it easy.
I am easy. Okay, I am taking it easy.
Oh, okay. That's good to know, man.
Lucky Phil.
You are easy. All right.
You don't get me thrown off, honey.
That's a good thing to know, Ange.
You know what? You're gonna get.
You're trying to get that bracket off there.
All right. I don't know what he's doing, guys. I see him driving the phone. I'm sitting here.
Andrew. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Kim tested. Okay, Kim came through.
Okay.
Okay, Vika, full read.
Okay.
Love reconciliation energy update for Vika and Abe, please.
Vika and Abe. I think this is called the something night, the soul night, or something like that. Vika and Abe, reconciliation. And I almost ordered a third of these. I don't know if I actually did or not. But we've got the Hermit, the Sun, and the High Priestess. Ooh. Okay, let's take a look here. We're doing a box 9. Give me just a second here. Then I want some clarifiers. This is coming in, and what's this coming in is person A, person B, person A, person B. It's like these are the two lines. Here's the energy between. Let's see what's going on. The Hermit and the Magician in reverse. The Hermit wants some time alone. There's some sort of manipulation or something's off here. The Magician is in reverse and it feels in reverse. And the Fool wanting fresh energy, fresh start energy. This is not necessarily saying a reconciliation can't happen, but there's something in the old energy that's really blocked, really not coming through quite right. Sun on something, the Queen of Pentacles upside down. Value has been lost. Hasn't been seen here. Will you show her this? This should be like all over the place. Abundance like crazy. Practicalness like crazy. Almost as potent as the Empress, right? But there's something upside down as far as the delay of seeing your own value, of your own worth, and there's a breakthrough that's being delayed also. Now, sometimes the reverses come in and it's like, unless the energy feels reversed, I don't read them. This feels like, yeah, things are a little topsy-turvy upside down here. The energy is not right. There's something of your value that is not being seen. High Priestess energy here. This is holding back the wisdom. This is knowing the wisdom and letting them ask the proper question. You don't just give out the wisdom for free. It's like if you know a thing and you know a thing and they're asking you a stupid question, you can't say, dumbass, bad question. Sometimes people need to learn the hard way, and this person feels like they're learning the hard way. They have to ask and go through a little bit of the dark night of the soul here. Queen of Cups over here is saying there's something that's been lost that needs to be honored again, and the dream needs to come again. And Knight of Wands energy here. Somebody wanting to charge ahead and leaving somebody else behind. Now let's see what's going on here. A little bit of clarification here. Put these 9. I want this here. And then we're going to read a couple lines of 5 going this way. Clarification. You've seen the energy. Person A, person B. This is the energy between. What do we need to know? It ain't easy. I'm getting, it ain't easy, and I'm getting, I don't break easily. Now, those are some interesting things. Usually, I'll get lyrics dropped in the clairaudience. I don't break easily. It means you're willing to give something a second chance. You're willing to put in the work. It's the other person. I don't know, but if you go into this, you go into it confidently, you be assured of who you are. And before you give this fucker a second chance, you be really assured who you are. Cover your ass as much as you can. Because you got the Queen of Wands that needs to cover her ass and somebody that's taking advantage and doesn't serve. Here we're seeing the Pentacles coming in again, and this is the 9. She's an independent woman. You need to be independent. I would break free of this. If there is chance for reconciliation, you need to be the higher version of yourself, not the needy version of yourself, not dependent on this. If he wants to come back and he's actually, well, yeah, grown a pair is what I'm getting. If he's grown the fuck up, if he's growing up and really ready to grow up and do things in a deep way, then great. If he hasn't, then he needs to be bugging off. Four of Wands here, Five of Swords here. You know what? I probably wouldn't make any moves towards reconciliation for a little while. This kind of energy, it's like almost contradicting itself over and over again, which means it's going to be frictious, it's going to be contentious. You've got the Five of Swords here. It's like on the same battlefield again, and you don't need to be there. You need to allow for some fucking space. It doesn't mean it can't happen. It just means right now is not optimal. Somebody needs to learn something by having your absence felt. Two of Swords. Yeah, they need to start making choices. And Two of Swords and Ten of Wands. You just sit still. You hang tight. You don't make any decisions right now. It's a reconciliation could happen, but this week would not be the week for that. Ten of Wands, the burden is still there. They haven't learned enough. They haven't grown enough. And they certainly haven't changed who they are. They aren't going to change who they are just to suit you. They're going to only change when it suits them. The burden is still there. Queen of Pentacles, you need to know your value and your worth first without this person along for the ride. When you know your value without this person along for the ride, it's such a like a mind game, because when you're just fine without them, that seems to be when they recognize, duh, I lost something important. But that's sometimes how that they are.
Yeah, I'm just focusing on myself right now. LOL, was curious for the future.
Yeah, these final four want to pop out. Let's see what we got here. We've got the Queen of Cups again. If you look up back on the past, do not wallow in it. This is the second Queen of Cups that we've seen. We saw the second Queen of Coins too. This is really, really honoring things about your value, honoring your hopes and your visions for the future for you, independent of them. We have a change in perspective necessary with the Hangman and the King of Wands. This other person's ego needs to be checked at the door, and you need to be operating like the King of Wands. You need to be the inspired leader and see what happens after you take the initiative. You have the ambition to go forward. Then the Chariot. It says it's going to bring back more balance, and it needs to be happening that way. This deck has a lot of the checkerboard on the floor. You can see it in the 5 here. You can see it here with the Chariot. The field needs to look different. It's like if you are playing a chess game, it needs to be played a little bit differently, more strategically on your part. And the most important thing is whether you're being strategic about this past relationship or not, you be strategic about your devotion to yourself. And screw the whole damn rest of the world. Because basically, birth to death, all we have is ourselves that is enjoying the whole ride. Who we are, who we become, the obstacles that we face, the things that we go through. We need to be true to ourselves through our whole lifetime. And we need to value ourselves through our whole lifetime. And if this person can figure it out and come along, great. And if not, you're going to be fine anyway. You be true to yourself. This is huge. Get more balance within yourself. Get the independent woman balanced again. And that's when the breakthrough will happen. That's what I got. That's complete. Yeah. Love that for you. Love that for you. It says it's possible. If you want just a straight up, is reconciliation possible? It is possible. But this week is not a good week for it. Nor would I necessarily advise you doing anything on that front this week.
Time frame for a breakthrough?
Fuck, honey, I can't make your choices for you. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but your agency and the choices that you make to add to your own value, to add to your own sense of independence, it has to do with you honoring that. That's going to control the time frame more than anything I could tell you on that. And if there is breakthrough, it doesn't mean that you're going to even want them anymore. It's like you may find that you actually have fallen so in love with yourself that you're not going to tolerate this fucking fool. Sorry, but that might be the case. That might be the case. So it might be too little, too late for that asshole.
Jeez,
right
man.
now, the energy for that person. Phil thinks I'm being hard on this person. I'm not. The energy right now is you need to take care of yourself, baby. And whatever this person is doing, it just is not relevant right now. This week, you need to, at least for this week, just be hopelessly devoted to you, yourself, not to them.
She said, haha, okay, fine.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that all's fair in love. All's fair in war. You got to make your own choices. But this person is not worthy of your time in this week. You be careful with your energy this week.
And she put, thank you.
You're welcome, hon.
And Kim wants you to say, ah! Yeah, if you haven't seen Angie's video for this,
Oh my gosh,
for today.
I was so excited. I said, yeah!
Yeah, the way, ah!
I was excited. It's Black Friday. I love doing a Black Friday sale. I don't love going outside on Black Friday, but I like good sales. So $10 off of everything. It makes it simple, easy math, right?
Yeah, it's like 24 degrees this morning, too. So anybody that went to Walmart or whatever this
Wherever
morning,
you went for
it's
Black
like,
Friday,
oh,
bless your little hearts. Okay. So there we go. All right.
Okay, Sandra. I
Yeah.
need what kind of specialty read you'd like.
Okay.
If you could put that on there, please.
All right. Let me get some water.
And if you are just joining us, this is what Angie's doing today. $10 off all her reads.
So the $20 blind is 10. The $30 year ahead is 20. The $30 mini where you can ask a question. On the year ahead and the blind you don't. On the mini and on the full you do. That's usually $30 and $40, but today it's going to be $20 and $30. And the full, the specialty is usually $50, but it'll be $40.
All right. And
Yeah.
Sandra said Angie's pick.
Bones. Bones, bones, bones. You betcha. For Sandra. Bones. Absolutely, absolutely easy. Love it. And yes, I am silking bones that were from Turkey. You betcha. And so I'll be putting those in the collection in the next couple of weeks, but it takes a little bit of time for me to be with them before I put them in. So, okay. Wow, okay. Start there. We'll leave this to the side in case I need it. All right. So this is from the person that did the Shadowlands Oracle. And then here's my bones. I want to throw the cards first. We might have some of it. Actually, we will have some of this one too. This goes with this mat. This is the Naked Heart by Jillian somebody. And it's beautiful, beautiful. And I love it for my bones. And I love this reading mat. It's a great one. This one comes first. All right. What do we got for Sandra? We got something that's trying to go a full circle lesson for you. I can't even do the regular Celtic cross. I can do two in the middle, but we've got a full circle coming in through here. So we're doing it in such a manner. There's something that needs experienced and then let go of. There's something that needs to be finished and set down. It's you know when they say the sun sets in the west and then you've got the sunset going down, people ride off into the sunset. You need to let something set down and let the sun set down on that before you can ride off into this happy new beginning. Don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming through big. Whew. Here it is. Here it is. It's subconscious. All of these are feeling very subconscious. Really, really tricky. You got something about lovers, relationship, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. This feels like something that's a betrayal of the heart, that's old news, old news. But it feels like for some reason around this time of year, and it makes sense that it would be around this time of year, that it feels a little extra stingy. Like, if only it could have worked out, if only this would have been different, blah, 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 blah. It feels like what you think, if it could have been, it would have never been that way. Sometimes we have people that are in our lives that teach us, relationships that teach us, and we think, oh, for what might have been. It never would have been that way. The betrayal is here with the Three of Swords. The Seven of Wands is right here. The boundaries that would never have been held. The accommodation and acquiescing needs to stop and has stopped. But sometimes you wish for what could have been or what the potential was that you saw in the lover that wasn't lived up to is what it feels like. Now, I don't know what that's about. You'll know about that better than I. What's going on in the center of this? Gorgeous. Hangman perspective. You are really reconsidering and thinking about things and how things are a little bit different than they were a year ago. This is like you doing year review. Look at how far you've come. You've done really, really well. You've got the Empress here as the 3. And then here you have the 4 of Cups. I want to look at this one first before we go to the Empress. There's a little bit of boredom going on. And with the 4 of Cups, you usually see the 3 cups up front and they aren't getting the divine gift. They aren't looking at the cup that's being presented to them. This one's yawning with boredom. Sometimes this comes in with boredom and apathy, and this is what's happening here. The yawn, like, that old story is boring you now. You need to set it down in order to move forward. So if you're feeling a little bit of twinge of wistful thinking or wishful thinking for what could have been, let it go, let it go. Shift your perspective and move forward. You are the fucking Empress. The Empress is the most abundant. The Sun is the most happy. The Empress is the most abundant. Ready to expand, ready for growth. The most fertile card. Growth everywhere, in all the projects, in all aspects, in all areas. Divine Feminine is here. Let go of what the old rule was, the old expectation and the old narrative. You are not the old person that you were. This is something you've outgrown, and you know you've outgrown here, but you need to let that be in your heart a little bit more. The version of who you were 2 years ago is not the same as now. You have the Two of Wands coming up right here, crystal ball here, and it's like the world is in your hands right here. Why do we have this coming through? Okay, time to throw bones. Very interesting. Let's see what the bones are going to do. If I can get them out of the bag, that's helpful. Okay. Whoa, okay. I want all the bones. Not just a few, I want all. Wow. It's all right here. It's all right here. It's not so much, once you set that down, it's all going forward, going forward, going forward. Oh, the direction of the heart has to pivot, has to pivot. We've got the directional bone with here, with the heart. You've already paid the price in a huge way. Your heart is ready to create something new and move forward to something new. But everything needs stripped down, stripped down, stripped down from the past. Sage is entering in here. The magic of the heart here opening up. And this is coming through. A gentler heart, a gentler heart. There's something about the mermaid energy coming in. And I don't know why. Why do we got this? We're getting something about the mermaid energy coming in. And how much sacrifice is given to leave the one world to operate in the world of the humans. When you have the story of the Little Mermaid, she gave up so much of her life in order to experience the other. Think of this as a metaphor. You gave up so much to experience this other thing. Now you've learned. Now you're wiser. But you never give up the essence of being the mermaid. You never give up your magic completely. You give it up for a time. You sacrifice for a time. It doesn't change who you are. The essence of who you are is already known. Wisdom is there. Sage is right here. This is huge. This is very, very much wisdom trying to come through the third eye for you right now. Here it is here. Sacrifice understood. Opening here and here. There's your upper chakras are opening more. But when you let go of this old thing from the past, you're opening all of these quite abundantly. When is this happening? Pre-Christmas. Why are we getting that? Don't know. Because it's time to have a toast for self. It's time to celebrate self. Something about this, and this is like the King of Swords. And usually you know that's my 3-month card. You've seen me do that a lot of times. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like 3 weeks. It feels like pre-Christmas, about 3 weeks from now. Something is opening up for you. And all of these are going to be, you're going to be a little bit top heavy because you're letting go of something that's an old tradition that you are letting go of that version of you. What do we got here? Oh, golly. Okay, show her this. This is like being burnt out from work, servitude, being chained to the devil, or chained to earning your keep, or earning your way, or earning people's favor. You don't do. Your value is because you are here, you exist, you are worthy, you are loved, you are enough. All of that is true. But sometimes we learn in life early on that we need to do in order to get love. We need to earn somebody's love. And we put ourselves in this servitude mode. Be cautioned on this. Let go of this. Let go of how that was in the past. You don't have to earn anything on this. You already are worthy, as is. What's going on? There's Two of Wands in the world coming through. Now, what is this? Wow. We've got the Kiss in the Void. Now, this is very interesting. These bones are linked really, really close here. This looks like the Kiss to me. We've got the Kiss. We've got the black bone in the void. It's understanding the unknown. And look how the repetition of this pattern here, you couldn't see. And you can see it right here. That's leading you to your true north. To allow the unknown to be fun to discover. To allow the mystery to be fun again. When you kiss that, when you embrace that, when you bring that in closer, it gets more fun. It gets more exciting. It is an exciting thing for you. Some kind of cross purposes. If your heart is too overwhelmed by the past, be cautioned on that. Let go of what this was. There is an alignment of a pair, an angelic pair coming in. What is this? Again, 2 gifts. There's 2 gifts coming in right here. These silver bones are coming in as 2 gifts, but they are naked and new. What it's telling me is they are untapped, undiscovered. It's probably a word I shouldn't have used, but whatever. What I'm telling you is these are raw gifts. These are new, raw gifts, ready to go forward this way. The Ace of Swords, the clarity is coming forward in the world. You're ready to move on. Let's see what's coming through here. It's like greeting the day with a new, exciting attitude towards the adventure. And it's okay that you don't know all the answers. It's okay to let the mystery unfold. Here we have the Ace of Coins. The reward is here. This is the Ace of Earth. Will you show these cards? Next one up is the Visionary of Air. This is a Queen of Swords. You have the King over here. The Queen is right there. And then you have the Six of Earth. The universe trying to give you something. But look at the butterflies. Ready, ready, ready to receive. Ready to receive. Anything else? This one? What's under here? Clear the cobwebs away. Let the cobwebs go. Let the past go. Understand that when you are taking care of yourself and allowing the mystery to unfold, rather than honoring the old version of you, you are allowing the mystery to unfold and you are bringing forward the newer version of you. We are always growing, always expanding. The essence of who we are doesn't change, but our experience does. So this changes how we operate in the world. This is a big thing for you. The universe is here. The way you work and the way you have a very good work ethic isn't something that will be abandoned, but you'll know when you're investing the effort, who it's for, why you're doing it, and not because it's like something that has a negative emotion attached to it from the past. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. Love that for you. That's what I've got, honey. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Don't lose sight of what's going on in the now and in the future because of something from the past not working out. Yeah. You're good. You're on the trail. You're on the track. Yeah, that's what I got.
Ooh, okay, Ange.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully that makes sense to you. And it's the Naked Heart Tarot reading cloth. The Naked Heart Tarot is this one. And then the Awakening Tarot from Bordinsky, the one that did the Shadowlands. That's what these two are. And then my bones. And I'm going to be making more bones. I have a few down there. So we'll see what happens. But the leg bones from the turkey would have just been too big. But I did not know that. So,
Bone too big? That's what she said.
dude, maintain. Jeez.
Softball, Angie. The softball is lobbed.
You know what? I don't know what to do with you sometimes, baby.
Jeez.
That man. Good thing I love him.
And Sandra said thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and it's not a time of co-creating, just so you know. That's coming through. The orange on the bone is coming through on one of those bones that come. It's not a time of co-creating so much as you creating with yourself. It's very, very determined by you. Very much more solar than co-creating. More yellow chakra than orange chakra. Look for the yellow things. Yeah, yeah. And the orange chakra, yeah, if you squeeze an orange, you're going to get juice under pressure. That's fine. But if life's giving you lemons, then you make lemonade. Great, all the fruits of the rainbow, whoopity-whoop. No, it's time for you to move forward, really, really burst forward with what you want to do, what you want to achieve. It is about you. You. It's not about them. It's not about old. It's not about circumstance of the past. None of that. It's about you. So honor that. Bring it forward. Bring it forward. The old you have grown beyond. You've made such huge progress. Don't be hard on yourself anymore. You've done enough of that. Be over it. Be over it. Be over it. Okay. All right. Sorry. I wasn't off the hook with that one. So, okay. There we go.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And where's that butterfly card? I just have to show that again. Because it's gorgeous. This is gorgeous. You got the butterfly and the bee going on. Big time good. That was my daughter.
That was
Sorry.
your daughter.
The do not disturb was not on that phone.
It is on the phone. You have.
Oh, I had her starved for Thanksgiving. That's right. Okay. Anyway, all right. That's what I got. What else we got, honey?
Okay, I'm sending her a text real quick.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, and that was a bones read, folks. That's how we do it. And I love doing them. And I am making some more bones. Yes. So, yeah, and was I doing bones reads 5 years ago? No, because I didn't know how. Was I doing it, 3 years ago? Was it 3 years ago I started doing those? Yeah, that's when it came through. It's like, what am I doing with all these chicken bones? And now this year I'm having to add some more from Thanksgiving in there. I don't know why. I do not know why, guys. But hey, follow the nudge. That's going to lead you in the right direction. Always, always, always. All right. I don't know what he's doing to his phone. Perhaps you could help.
TikTok's being weird, Angie. Okay, just relax.
I'm relaxed.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We next have Tammy
Okay.
for a year ahead.
Yay! All right, Tammy.
Fika, you're on deck.
Tammy for a year ahead. We are going to, this is like a heavy deck. Like comparatively, the weight of this sucker is heavy. It is the Night Fantasy Theater. And it is like the Night Circus comes to town, and I've got 2 of them. I've got a third on the way that's bigger size. It's just not here yet. But Terror of the Night Fantasy for the year ahead. Tammy. You are doing some serious shadow work in the next 2 weeks. This is big. What do you get out of it is what you need to ask yourself. What do I get out of the situation here? What do I get out of this relation? What's in it for me is not a selfish question. It's the "What have you done for me lately" song. Paula Abdul. It's an old 80s reference, I know. What have you done for me lately is what's coming through. What do you get out of it? There needs to be something in it for you. And that's been taught to us as a selfish thing, particularly as women. But you need to look after your own interest. There needs to be reason for you to be motivated to continue moving forward. And when we look to our shadow side, there is reason for us to stay in our comfort zone a little excessively long also. So be aware. These are the things swirling. What happens if you don't change? What happens if you don't step up in the way that your spirit's trying to nudge you forward, but your comfort zone is saying, yeah, I don't want it. This is what's going on for you. All right. 7 of Swords, yeah. Cover your ass or you're going to rob yourself and self-sabotage. These are great images. My gosh, I can't wait for the big deck to come in. They're great. What's crossing you? Knight of Wands. Yeah, you know you should be charging forward, doing something a little bit different, and you're trying to talk yourself out of doing it, which isn't going to serve you very well. Now we're going to go to the same deck, second deck. So I edged this. This one I edged light lavender, and this one yellow. So we're going to go all the way around and see what's going on this year, and then we'll clarify with this one until I get my third one. Hey. All right. And that came in going this way. That's the way it came. That's the way it came. All right. We're starting in December for you. November's pretty much damn near done. You might as well just like these next few days of November, enjoy. Look for what it is you want to experience. It's you are being required to do what would normally be or often be considered as a New Year's resolution. You're being required to do it early. Don't get yourself in the holiday hubbub. You need to be thinking longer term. You need to be thinking further ahead. You need to be thinking down the track, which you already are, obviously, because you're asking for a year ahead. But what is it that you're willing to sacrifice, give up, or change? Now, sometimes we're not willing to sacrifice. Like, I'm not willing to go out running 3 miles a day to lose weight right now. That's not going to happen for Angie. No. What I am willing to do, maybe I'll go for a walk for 1 mile, or maybe I'll sing and do a workout singing. It just depends. But it's about what are you willing to do and change. Don't make it crazy, unrealistic New Year's resolution. It needs to be doable, and it needs to start happening now, like December now. You've got till December 1st to figure out what sacrifice you're willing to let go of to get yourself something better. Because what's in it for you to stay put is awfully convenient, but it doesn't inspire growth. All right. Yeah, snap out of it. Gogs is chuckling now. Gogs is one of my guides. He's the older gentleman guide. Older gentleman from a different era, kind of like more Druid Viking type era. But yeah, snap out of it, he thinks is a funny phrase. Wow, 7 of Swords is coming up again in February. The way you see romance, the way you do romance, the way you do dependency on relationship and what that means to you and how you define yourself based on what other may do or not do, smarten up on this. This person does not have the power on this. In fact, I want clarification on that fucking now. Oh yeah, that needs to be over and done. That's going to keep you on the branch forever if you keep looking for the external validation. Death is coming right through, and it's coming through hard. Tromp, says the horse. Look at this. Tromp, says the horse. You're supposed to be riding the horse, not let some hero ride in for you. No, it's not about the hero riding in and saving the day for you. It's about you becoming your own hero. And the time to start doing that, December 1st. Yeah, this February stuff, you're going to be over it by February. You're not going to be like in this old kind of pattern that you had before. Very interesting. Okay. Sorry, usually I start in December and I get all the cards laid down, but not this one. This motherfucker's like, boom! March. April. Whoa. May. June. July. August. September. October. November. See what we got going here. All right. December. Okay, you're going to feel a little bit like out in the cold. This is a card of separation. This is sometimes a card of poor little match girl. Oh no, sad. But you're sick of it. You're sick of what you don't want anymore. It's like Somebody stands outside the church and they aren't going to go inside the church to get warm because they need to have their own reality, their own community. And usually it's two people walking away from the church building and they're walking in the cold. They feel left out in the cold. But sometimes when you walk away from what is comfortable, you walk towards something that it fits you, that it suits you, that is better. And that's exactly what you're doing. This old way of seeing yourself, this old expectation, very, very different. This is coming in, and usually it's full circle coming in. The shape of the eye is coming in. Some people will sometimes show the evil eye. If you look at the angel's eye, it's not too far from one from the other. The angel's eye is on you. This is something third eye opening up. This is going on all through December. You're separating things. You're separating out what doesn't serve. So this is walking away from that. Now we have the Page of Swords coming through. You've witnessed, you've observed, you've seen things. This one's sometimes considered Archangel Metatron. Some people call it Spy in the Camp or Archangel Michael. All of those I've heard in tarot references. And what it basically is you've seen things, you've witnessed things, but you aren't quite ready to bolt yet. In January, you're preparing to do it differently. The separation is here. The mind leaving the old shit in the past and ready to take on the new, ready to make the sacrifice that needs made. Yeah, it's time. It's time. You're stepping into the new, and you know, if there's been a payoff of some sort for staying in your comfort zone or staying in patterns that aren't so good for you, you know. Like, I don't need to tell you, you already know. So what is the payoff for getting out of it? That's where the focus needs to be in order to inspire the momentum to move forward, in order to get a catalyst or an impetus going forward, okay? So get yourself ready. What am I going to gain out of this? And start doing those little things that are going to get you a little bit more for you. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Well, I get to have freedom in this way. Well, I get to experience that. Be very focused on what is it you want to experience as the result and start experiencing it. Death and transformation. What do you get? If you're the caterpillar and you take the nap and you finally decide to wake the fuck up, you get to get off the branch and fly. You don't have to deal with other caterpillars anymore. And it might be a little bit lonely, because you might be leaving some caterpillars behind, and that's A-okay too. That's A-okay. When you have this happening, this death and transformation, and you get off the branch, the transformation is happening. This is February, and it's rich for you. And I'm not talking ka-ching money, although it might be. No, it feels rich, like you're going to be savoring this energy in February. It's not going to be like, you know, in your younger years or in my younger years, it's like, boy, Valentine's on my own. That kind of sucks. It's not going to be that. It's going to be like, Valentine's on my own, and stay the fuck back, people. It's going to be a whole different kind of mood. Okay, March. We got the Ace of Coins here. Now, I was talking about the ka-ching and it being rich in February, but March is where the ka-ching feels like the physical. Feels like the money is going to be a little bit more free-flowing in March for you. And this is not letting me go into that other dynamic of it's going very, very 3D, very, very much. So maybe you're saving your pennies all along the way here, but you're going to feel like you're coming into something here. In March, you should be coming into more resources, more money, more help available, but more money. It's coming through literally. Two of Swords. Now choice point, decision point. Look at this. On the stage, almost like the ringmaster needing to make a decision. Which aspect of the show comes next? Do you go back to the battlefield, or do you operate like the king? You're going to operate like the king. Look at these. These are all coming in March. Show those. I wish I had the bigger cards. King of Swords. Ooh, that's coming in November for you too. Yeah. You're making plans. You're getting to be a strategic motherfucker. Now, I like that a lot. Look at this. This is why I'm so excited. This is November, but look, you're starting early. You're starting your January early. You're heading towards your November early. Usually this is a card of 3 months, but it's definitely the card of cool-headed, clear-headed thinking, planning, strategic. You know, you've heard the expression, he's not playing checkers, it's 3D chess. That's what you're ready to do. This is when you're ready to do it. Okay, March happens. All right, and it's going to carry through to November. That one goes over here. All right. April, Queen of Swords. Cut the shit. This is suffer no fools. Be very fair about what it is, what you want, what you know, what you think is absolutely true. You're right on the money. Your instincts are right. People might perceive you as the bitch during this month. You're not the bitch. You're just right. So be aware that some people might take that as abrasive. You can be clear in your communication to be absolutely truthful and loyal to yourself. Your integrity is infallible in this month. That's April, May. Now, May came out with 2 originally. We got the Queen of Coins and the Magician. Now, what are you going on with here? There's a very protective, look at, she's protecting the resources she has. This one's coming through as a con artist, a con man coming through. In May, don't run the game on yourself again. Don't con yourself again. Don't let anybody else con you. We show them these. These are so good. I love this. I'm in love with this deck. Yeah. You need to be the one in charge of your stuff. It feels like somebody's going to try and do a little bit of, what do they call that in magic? Misdirection. That's what it feels like somebody's trying to do. You guard what's yours. You got it over here in March, April, May. Somebody's going to try and take a little bit of that from you. If it's your time resource, guard your time. If it's your money resource that's starting to feel thin, then you'll feel it at the beginning of the month. Pay close attention. Let yourself be protective of what it is that you've got, what you've recovered, and what you've earned, okay? Important. June. King of Wands. This is you owning the throne here. This is you being the inspired leader. This is where you are starting to acknowledge your gifts, your talents, and others are starting to follow suit. They're on board with what you're trying to do because you're in absolute truth on this in the month before. You're not going to be taken advantage of. In June, you're ready to go, and others will follow suit. In July, the money is starting to warm up even more. This is breakthrough legacy, but it feels like inheritance. It feels like the literal money. It doesn't feel like just a generational wealth, which sometimes comes as the meaning of that card. This feels like the money that you've started to prioritize and make important here in March. Now we're in July, and it's coming through. Bing, 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 bing. Good. August, Three of Wands. You're waiting for something. This is showing me also that you've put some kind of plan into motion through here, and then here you're waiting for your ships to come in. So you have taken the action steps. Now you're waiting for it. This is the one that you guys will hear me call the Santa Fe burger a lot. It's like when you're at the restaurant, you order the Santa Fe burger, you don't chase down the cooks. You've put your plan into effect. You've got to give it a little bit of time. It's going to be a patience tester to some degree, but you know what you ordered from the universe, and it isn't the same old shit sandwich that you were ordering back here where poor little me, boo-hoo. No, you have moved on, moved forward. You're making huge strides. 2025 for you is a pivotal year, like big, big, big. It will be, some people call it a banner year or a watershed moment. It's a biggie. It's a biggie. Everything you do in this year is big. Make yourself priority. Be very, very true to yourself in this year. Very clear about what you want to achieve. Don't be a lazy one in this year. Don't be like putting it off to later, someday, maybe someday. No, no, no. Okay, here we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the hard worker in September. This is the emissary for the Queen and sometimes considered the mercenary. He's going to go where there's value. He's going to go where the mission, I'm on my mission to do this. This is what I'm going to accomplish. Boom. And he's not going to come back without the victory at all. He's going where the reward is, and he goes and he's prepared. He spent a lot of time preparing. This one is actually in motion. Hooray for that. But he is the slowest knight. You've been working hard all through here. Then the King of Pentacles is show me your plan and I'll back your play. This is where everything comes into fruition. This is considered the businessman. He knows the value of the dollar, and it takes time to stack up, stack up, stack up, stack up, stack up. It shows me that through here, you're going to be smart. You're going to be frugal with your reward. It's going to feel tight as hell in December. It's going to feel like I'm never going to catch a break. Don't sweat it. You are figuring out how to change, how to adapt, how to create, and the universe is like blasting you, blasting you, blessing you, blessing you, blasting you, blasting you, blessing you, blessing you, all along the way. Your strategery right here, that was over here, is coming in again. I want to see just a little bit more in the October, November time. See what's going on here. Now, are these the yellow edge? I want to make sure I get, those are the purple edge, right? No, that's the yellow. Let me get the purple deck. I want to make sure, because if there's a duplicate that's going to come through, I want to see it. If not, okay, we've already got the duplicate on this, but we know you're supposed to be operating like a king. Not like an underling, not like a peon, not like this. By next year, about this time frame, you are supposed to be king of your own castle. Your divine feminine and divine masculine are powerhousing through here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. What we got is what felt like betrayal is going to kick you in through this next year. And you're going to be able to reflect on the pain that you've gone through. It doesn't mean it's a pain-free year. It means you're going to charge ahead anyway, because you're seeing the Knight of Swords charging ahead with the sword. Sometimes people will say recklessly, but it's the sword of integrity, the sword of truth, the sword of justice coming through. Big time, big time. Knowledge and wisdom that is carried this way, that is carried by the Queen here. And then also this Page of Cups, this creativity. You're going to know what to do with the Stinky Fish tea in the traditional Rider Waite. You see this card and you see this page going into the water to get the water, and what comes up is a goofy fish with it too. And it's like, I didn't want this damn fish. You get to learn how to deal with what is the Stinky Fish tea. What is the substance there? Instead of just getting water, you're getting water, something to drink, and dinner too. You're getting both. But at first, that gift is going to seem like, yeah, who ordered this? You ordered it. What else? Completion comes in. This is huge. Completion is bigger than death. Bigger than, the death card we saw where You're becoming butterfly and all that. Yeah, great. Completion is like the death times 2. We're going from the 10 to the 21. That's where you graduate. It's like, you learn all your lessons in grade school and middle school and high school, and then you graduate and you move on into the real thing. You're moving into the deep. This is a pivotal year because you're doing all this work, and at this time in November of next year, you will have more than completed it. You will be advancing and pushing yourself forward in such a huge way. It looks like the money's going to loosen up in March. The next season, the winter might feel a little bit long for you because you're going to have to start January and December. But spring might kick in a little earlier for you too, so be aware on that one. It's going to be a little bit tricky in December, but be frugal with what's going on. December, January, February, be frugal. Save the $10, save the $20. Don't be crazy about money right now. Save. Make smart plans. Start honoring what it is you need to do. What's in it for you is a legitimate question for you to start asking. You are deserving to have more in your life on every level. And it's not wrong or selfish for you to have the ask. What's in it for me needs to be considered. Nobody does anything for just like, oh, I'm doing this for niceness for their entire lives. No, that would be stupid because nobody is born here to be on the sacrificial altar for somebody else. We're born here to live our life and to bring our best self forward. And that means we have to consider what is best for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I got. That's complete. And this is the Tarot of the Night Circles. I love this one. You guys are going to see me favoring this one a lot. Love it. Love it. That's gorgeous for you. Gorgeous. Yeah, you're going to be charging forward major. Love it, love it, love it. That's all I can say. And this one, if you get it, I got it in the tin, and it is weighty. It's got some weight to it. So
It
don't
really does. It
feels like
it
a
is
like
heavy.
like just listen.
It is super heavy.
It's a deeper tone. It's like you wouldn't think so, and the cards are like bendy, but I don't know what they put in them. Lead? I don't know. Definitely alchemy type of cards here, but that's what I got.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's a great little deck, is what I'll tell you. All right.
Okie doke.
Little bit of water
was
for me.
for Tammy. If you happen to miss your read today, it
It's
is being recorded.
Yeah, and you can go on the tube that isn't indeed me.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, Angie.
I'm trying to be careful with my words so people aren't all freaked out. But that platform, I always record it and upload it there.
All right, she said, thank you. This resonates strongly. These past months, I've already started on what you talked about.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and more. And if it doesn't all make sense today, just go back to it later. And I haven't time stamped it, but just mark this date that you got the read and go back and you'll find it.
Go find it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, today, Black Friday. These are the prices we have. Let's see, we have 4 on the list right now. If you'd like to get $10 off a read today, there they are.
So everything is $10 cheaper because it feels like people need to save money sometimes. So that's what I got going on.
Okay, and Smiling, I need to know which one of those specialty reads you would like whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
All right, Jack is here. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
Okay, we are to Vika for a blind.
Vika for a blind. Okay.
Elizabeth, you're on deck.
Okay. Now this is the Pastel-Halloween, and it's like a Halloween oracle, kind of Lenormand-esque. Not straight Lenormand. And then these are like the Soul Light oracle. So these are new ones. So let's see what's going on. Vika. I want to go to the Pastel-Halloween for sure first. Why? Okay, there's something about masks and masquerade, and we'll see what you need to do with your mask. We all wear masks at different times. We allow as much of our authenticity to come through as we feel comfortable with, but there's something about masks coming through. The Pastel-Halloween for Vika. Can she see this row coming through here?
A little off center. I'll check it here. There we
I
go.
can move it if I need to.
No, we're okay.
Okay, give me a second. This is how it is so you can see it clearly. I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to turn it because I can't read upside down. So 1 second. Loyal, familiar, flickering flame needs to be maintained. What needs maintained there? There needs to be a warmth. The mask is brittle. What I'm getting through here, before I can even look deeper, there needs to be more warmth coming through. You know when somebody smiles and it just doesn't hit their eyes? They aren't smiling for real. They're smiling for fake, and it's brittle. There's a brittleness that you wear and present. You need to be able to let that down, let that go. You do that when you feel safe, but you need to let some people a little bit more close. The flickering flame, they need to see what's down to the bones. They need to see what's bare. They need to see the actual thing. This will allow for, this is saying secret growth and golden bloom. This will allow for something to come forward. You may not be recognizing another because they may be wearing a mask too. They might not even reveal all. It could be somebody that you've been close with in the past and they aren't sharing everything with you. Perhaps you were closer in times past, like a best friend that maybe you've grown apart a little bit and you're still coming back together and reestablishing something like that. That might be the case, but it's something where somebody hasn't shared everything with you. There has been distance over time, but there needs to be a little bit more vulnerability coming forward. The loyal familiar, yeah. The loyal familiar. This feels like a friend that returns stronger than you guys would have each other's backs, but you just haven't been on the same paths as frequently. There has been growth for each of you on separate paths, but it's time also to allow this blooming and this growth to be happening for each of you. The golden bloom is coming through here. The sunflower, everybody knows the Queen of Wands has the sunflower. Everybody knows the sunflower follows the path of the sun. Follow more light, allow more light, and allow more candlelight and warmth. The mulled cider candle from Walmart is a really great candle. It smells like apple cider and orange. If you wanted to do something that was really good, throw apple juice, orange juice, and a couple cloves and cinnamon together. Heat it up like a warm tea. Drink it slow on a cold evening, whether it's winter or snow or rain or whatever. Just take it slow, take it slow. It's good for the immune system. It's great stuff. But it's also really witchy magic in those. Witchy magic in those fruits and in those colors to honor the orange and the yellow, the working together and the individual. Honoring both, the sunflower colors coming through strongly, strongly for you. The witchy charm coming through. I love this. Clearly. Love this. You show that? Witchy charm is coming through. There's something about allowing yourself to be more vulnerable that is absolutely charming and adorable. And you need to trust this a little bit more. The brittleness of that old mask that's cold, it's almost like a layer that can be taken off or cracks and breaks and is off now. Now the light coming through. The flow of life, you're getting into it, getting into it, getting into it. These ones very much look like the white light oracle. They very much look like the white light frequencies. You can look those up on YouTube. But this isn't that deck, but that's what it reminds me of. The soul light coming through, and there is this honey gold coming through. Energy of harmonization, yeah. This is something about when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, and I'm not talking doormat, I'm talking real, authentic, truthful, vulnerable, as much as you can. And you know when you're safe and when you're not. But when you feel like opening up and it's a little bit of a stretch, and do it. Do it. It's going to be good for you. It will allow harmony to be in there, and it will allow a lift again. If there has been a falling out of a sort, allow new grounding, new footing to come forward. It doesn't mean, again, it does not mean doormat. It means allow yourself to trust again, to lift again, and mostly to trust your own discernment again. Living in the moment. This is gorgeous. Be careful on the showing of this. Good looking dude, but they might not like it on TikTok land. But yeah, living in the moment is really stretching out, enjoying the moment. And this guy is like stretching out, relaxed. There's nothing wrong with just chilling and really stretching into something a little bit bigger, occupying and being comfortable in your own space, in your own way, and enjoying who you are in this moment now. And then release the past. This is what I've been advising regarding the falling out coming forward. Anything else? We're going to pull one more of these. There was a lesson to be learned. The reason that the path was parted for a ways. There was a lesson to be learned. And it wasn't just, oh, you guys parted ways and it was bad. It was just you were on different paths for a time. Like, you know, you might be kids and think you're going to grow up and have babies together and blah, blah, blah. Or you're going to grow up and you're going to go off to college and both be blah, blah, blah. And life takes you different paths sometimes. That's okay. It's meant for you to grow in your best way, and their curriculum is a little different. It doesn't mean that the friendship isn't there or that the love isn't there. The love is definitely there. Look what I get. Emotional healing card. The love is definitely there. It's definitely there. This feels very much like the sister from the other mister, brother from the other mother kind of energy. Feels sister from the other mister is what it feels like, really, truly. That's what I'm getting for you. There is a healing going on. And when your heart is healed, it allows you to be you exactly where you're at, and them to be them exactly where they're at. And there's not a problem. There's not a beef about it. There's not a, oh, we need to figure out, or oh, we need to rehash, or oh, who was right or who was wrong. Who gives a fuck? No one, no. It's just not a problem anymore. It's like, you are who you are. If somebody ghosted you years and years ago, and you never understood why, you're past the point of concern wondering or anything. You're just, closure has happened. That's what I've got. Yeah, that's complete. That's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. The transformation energy in your heart is expansive, is golden, is really quite beautiful. That's what I got. All right.
Okay, I
Yeah.
wonder which friend this is.
It doesn't matter which friend that is. That's the thing. That's the thing. What matters is where your heart is. Where your heart is. You might have friends that you're tenuous with, or friends that they just haven't told you all their struggles. Don't worry. Let your heart be open as much as it can be, and you don't have to figure out anything. Just let the beauty of your heart and your highest self be present for you in every day, and that will help lift things around you in a big way. For it could be for more than one, and that doesn't mean that they're against you. It doesn't mean mean girls and nothing. It just means you've grown and expanded, and they're catching up. So let them catch up at their own pace. You're growing, you're expansive, you are loving, you're understanding your value and worth, and you're learning to let go of what really doesn't have to be undies in a bunch. All right? I know, technical term, but that's what I got.
And Vika put thank you.
You're welcome. You are so welcome.
Okie doke.
Okay.
So we'll close the list at the bottom of the hour.
Okay.
So you have a chance to get on the list, get a read from Ange. We have 3 in the list. We have Elizabeth, we have Smiling, and we have Roxanne.
And these are Black Friday prices. They are not going to be here on Monday.
They're not going to be here on Monday. Is that your next show, Monday? You're going to take the weekend off?
Probably.
What are you
I
going
don't know
to
if I'm taking the weekend off. Why do you make me decide this right now?
do? Because people want to know, especially
I don't
Kim.
know. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it,
Okay.
all right?
Kim and Chad. Chad's here too.
Okay, Chad. I'm 50-50 on it, guys. I'm 50-50.
So $10 off every read today.
Maybe we'll do a night show. People have liked the night show, so
Well,
if you
I
guys
won't
are-
be here for the night show, so
Well,
you're going to
tough
have to
shit for you.
go tough shit for me. Yes, I will be keeping the supply chain going.
that's right.
Oh, Steph's here too.
Hey,
All right.
Steph.
If you'd
Yeah.
like to get on the list, there's the apps we use.
So maybe we'll do a Saturday night or a Sunday night. I'll get in touch with you, but I'm thinking maybe a Saturday night, if that sounds like fun.
Kim put, hey now, I didn't ask.
Yeah, I know. It's this one that I have to deal with. This one, this Phil guy.
Phil guy, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we have Elizabeth next up.
Okay.
Mini read, stay or find a different job.
Stay or find a different job.
Yep.
We're going to the Secret Mirror. And this one I almost ordered a third. I ordered 2 and I loved it. It's very, very trippy. Stay or find a different job.
Smiling, you're on deck.
Spell her name to me.
Elizabeth.
It's going to be find a different job. Sometimes when the spelling of the name happens, a letter will stand out in my mind and the Z came out. Now, if I was getting the A, as in early in the alphabet, I would think stay. But I think the Z, I think you've completed. You've come to the end of something. Very wild. Let's see what's going on in the card so I can help you a little bit more than just spelling time with Ange. All right. Why was that Z so strong? Stay or find a different job. And I'm getting strongly find a different. Yeah, yeah. Leaving the rough waters for the smooth. That's going to give you what you want. Oh my gosh. Your wish is to leave the rough waters for the smooth. Hopefully you can see this well enough. Let's see what else is going on. Oh yeah, you've given them more than a proper chance. You've had nostalgia about this. You've had, yeah, you gotta go. This is just easy peasy what we got here. Your wish is to get out of Dodge, to leave the rough waters for the smooth, and you're gonna find it. You don't need to be in the harsh water situation. So honor what it is your wish. The challenge is to get in the boat and do it, because change is tricky for us, right? This is you. This is the challenge, the crossing card. This is the subconscious and the conscious right here. Subconscious, the nostalgia's been all over this baby. You've been rose-colored glasses, reasons to stay. More than enough excuses, more than enough chances have been given. Now, it's time to go. Consciously, you know this. Spring needs to look a little different for you. Subconsciously, you've been offering something. And this might be a place where you know how to reinvent the mousetrap or reinvent the wheel and they just aren't open to it. It feels like they aren't receiving what you've been offering. And it feels like this is the environment. Boredom, apathy, not loving it. You've got to charge the fuck out of there. You got the Knight of Swords coming through. And that's the truth. Charging forward to somewhere new is big time important for you. Easy, easy, easy. Queen of Cups is coming through here. This is looking back on the past and then dreaming a new dream. This is the most psychic of the queens. You know it's time to go. She knows. You can be compassionate about the situation, but it's time to go. Page of Swords has seen and witnessed enough. Watch your communications. You don't want to tell your boss to F off and screw yourself. Don't burn the bridge, but prepare for something new. Something new with the page here. All right. The hopes and fears is the limiting thoughts here. This is like, do I dare? Do I dare? Yes, you fucking dare. You do. You can't not. It's not going to do anything but chap your hide to stay. There is something different meant for you that is the better fit, that is the equal offering. You wanted the equal offering here. You gave the rose-colored glasses. It wasn't the perfect fit. This is perfect partner in business and in love. This is great. I want to get a few clarifiers for you. Why? Because I like this deck. I probably should have ordered a third of this one. I love this one. It's really interesting. And it's one of those that don't underestimate the cute decks, guys. Just don't. Because they will humble you big time. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm in love with this. What else does she need to know going forward? Let's push these all up. I want to get a little nosy. I'm getting nosy, okay? You guys know I get nosy. I have to. I have to on this. What does she need to know about the job coming up? She's going to go. She wants to go. She needs to go. Yeah, put on your big girl panties. It's time. What do you need to know about going forward? Moving into it. Make sure it feels right for you. Whoa, there's the packet right there. This is what I pulled. This is what I want. You're an independent woman. You are going to take the lead. And it's going to take a little bit of work for doing this. What we have is the 9 of coins here. The woman that checks on something and then leaves the garden. The luxury and independence coming through. King of Wands. You're taking the lead and others will follow you. So it means you need to step into the leadership aspect of something. Now the 7 of coins. You're going to have to dig deep for something. But look how satisfied. The fruits of your labor are coming forward in a big way on this. Do we want one more? Yeah, we do. We want just a little bit nosier. Just a little bit nosier. What else? Because we got the fruits of labor. You've worked hard. Whatever you've acquired and whatever you've done, even if you're switching fields dramatically. Say you're shifting gears from being a doctor to being a painter. It won't matter. The stuff that you have learned in one field will actually help you in the other. Yeah. To thine own self be true, motherfucker. It is time. You are hearing the call and it is time to answer that. Time to go, time to go. Be true to yourself. This is second chance. This is an opportunity for you to move forward in a great, huge way. And you can't not do it. This is the resurrection card. Something is restored and made whole to your soul in doing this. That's what I got. That's complete. These cards, love them. And this is called the Secret Mirror. Let me show you the box. Show them that. Yeah, this is a great set of cards, guys. Super fun. Super fun to work with. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, yeah, if you have cards that just are cute, but you underestimate them, but you can relate to them well, don't be afraid to use them or to speak your truth about what's coming, whether it's the Charlie Brown deck or anything else. When it speaks to your soul and you get it and you click, you click. All right. That's what I got. Yeah, absolutely. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay.
Okay.
That was a little bit too simple, but hey. I don't know what to tell you on that. I loved it. Loved it.
Wow, needed that. You're awesome.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was crisp, honey. And I think that's how it's going to feel when you're making this change. It's going to feel crisp.
All right. If you just stumbled on Angie today, on Angie,
hi.
Yes.
Stumbled
you
into
stumbled
my room.
onto the live, I guess.
Onto the live. There's my oracles.
There's
and
all
tarot
the decks.
starts here. So tarot starts
all
here.
All the way around.
Continues all the way around. Tarot. And I got some new decks, so I'm excited to play with those and share those, and always. And I have some of decks I have 2 of or 3 of because I like to see the duplicate imagery when it comes out. You've seen that. And that's the neon sign from the universe going, hello, pay attention, hello. And that happens a lot. So more than you would guess. So I know not everybody does it this way, but this is how I love to do it. And my husband is like, you need another one of those? Yes, sometimes I do.
Okay,
So,
we
yeah.
have Smiling up next for 2 reads, Year Ahead and a full. And then we have Roxanne, and we have Caroline, and we have Brandy. The list is closing at the bottom of the hour. If you'd like to get on the Black Friday prices list, there they are.
Smiling's coming up
$10
with a Year
off.
Ahead.
Yes, Year Ahead, Smiling for a Year Ahead read.
Okay. Now this one is very, very blue, so you might have to show more cards on this one. Okay. This is the Age of Aquarius deck, and it's one of my newer ones. It's time. There's something that's changing, transitioning. There's a little bit of, it feels like white light energy being added to something. The best thing I can tell you is like the edge of these cards is very, very lavender. It's like when you add white into the purple, you're creating a softening of that bold color. You're creating a softening of the winter energy. There is a softening coming through. And yeah, very, very third eye opening, but a little bit more of a softer opening for you on this. Year Ahead. We've got the Two of Wands and the Ace of Swords, the truth of a thing. Now let me move this out of the way and we'll get back to these. The truth of a thing is a challenge for you, getting more and more clarity as you're going forward. We've got the Ace of Swords and Two of Wands. I handed you the wrong one. Ace of Swords. This is the beauty in some situation that you need to recognize, and the clarity is coming through and coming through. It's going to be coming through more in the next 2 to 3 months, and it's huge. The Two of Wands is all about having the world in your hand and then the horizon. And you're like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? It's big for you. It's big, but you need to start taking baby steps. So this is where the challenge is. This is how it came in. Two of Wands is the crossing card. Ace of Swords is the clarity of where you're at now. Now we're going to go all the way around. We're going to start at December. We'll go all the way around. Let me give this a shuffle. Same deck, second deck. And I love doing it this way. And I love doing this read. I started doing this year ahead read at the beginning of the year in 2024. And I thought it'd just be a January special. No. People are always curious about the year ahead. I had no idea. And I love it. But I do get nosy. Right. December. January. Whew. January, High Priestess is coming in. We're going to pay attention to that. February. Hanged Woman. Okay. This is a big year. This is a big year. We've got major arcanas coming out all over the damn place. You've got an ace here with the clarity. And you've got 3 major arcanas right here. You've got High Priestess, the Hanged Woman, and the Moon. This is a big year for you. Big year to let the mystery unfold. Big year for smarter questions, baby. And particularly as you go from December to March. Particularly, you need to ask deeper questions. Smarter questions, yes, and deeper questions. Truer questions. Questions that go to the truth of the bone of the situation. All right. We're in September now. September now is the King of Cups. You're going to have experienced some turbulence through here. The King of Cups is the big kahuna. He rides the waves and he knows what he's going to show her this for just a minute. This is September mark. I don't know what that's about, but that's coming in that way. And I don't know if they can see these cards. They're kind of dark. I don't know if you can see them well enough. But we're going to work with them. October, November. Okay. The Six of Pearls is gifts that are coming to you in December. And I'm not talking Christmas gifts. I'm talking gifts. Spiritual gifts are being boom, boom, boom. You know when you're got the oyster and the pearl and you have to like shuck the oyster and get it out of there, and something has been agitating, eventually becomes the pearl. This is what it is. These are below the surface. Oysters that are natural or native to the coast of, I think, Ireland or something. They're there all the time. People were oyster farmers. More than they were potato farmers, they were oyster farmers there. And it's kind of like people think of Ireland and the potato famine and blah, blah, blah. And why I'm going here, I don't know. But the oysters are naturally there. They're washed up there. They've been irritated, agitated, and then beautiful pearls. This is what's happening. You are going to have abundance and gifting and gifting and gifting. Your High Priestess energy is coming in January. I need to see what's going on there. Every month this year, you should be honoring the full moon and doing a full moon ceremony. Every freaking month. Treat every month like the full moon energy. Every month needs to have that. You need to honor it. There will be releasing and welcoming all year long. January, what else? The Knight of Cups. Now this is when you're learning to ride the hero horse for yourself, and that's a beautiful rendition of it. Beautiful. It means you're not waiting for Romeo to come in and make some sort of move. You are the hero. You are the Romeo for yourself. You are the hero riding that horse for yourself. You're not waiting on somebody else. You're going on the heroic ride questing for the Grail. The sacred Grail, sometimes people refer to the Grail as the divine feminine. It's the Sophia energy coming through. It's very, very strongly coming through. This Grail, this inner emotional knowing, the receptivity, and doing it by the intuitive way and the receptive way rather than the push, push, push. This is something very, very different. You're learning to follow the nudge in a huge and sacred kind of way. Something about this year, needs to be, yes, okay. January 1st for you isn't about New Year's resolutions. It's about cleansing 2025, completely letting go. You must allow December to be December, whatever it's like. It's going to be a little screwball, fine. But you must allow December to be December. The gifts are coming in with some of them. Sometimes we see something as a liability when really it's an asset. Sometimes we see something as a curse when really it's a blessing. Be aware, December's going to be a little wonky. But by January, you need to be doing a cleansing ceremony for yourself to honor the new year going forward. You don't need even any resolutions. For you, no New Year's resolutions would be better than even one. No, just cleanse, be aware, be in tune. That's all you got to do. And this is something you're doing all year long. Now you have the Hanged Woman here. A shift in the perspective and a willing sacrifice in February coming up. This is where you do a 180. You're hanging completely upside down, willing to wait, willing to allow flow to not just happen, but to sometimes overtake you, to sometimes go with it, to go down the river and flow with it. And you won't be drowned by it. You won't be sucked under. No, you're allowing yourself to go with it. The Eight of Swords. You're standing there. You have the limited thoughts, and you're going to let the tide just come in and knock all the swords down. It's very beautiful. There is something about the feminine aspect of this Aquarius deck that is right on the nose for you. Allowing the divine feminine in more and more and more and more. Allowing the expansive gifting that you're getting in this next month. December. Tricky, tricky month, but sets up everything for the next year coming forward. So whether it's a blessing or a curse, you don't know yet. And don't even treat it as needing to be defined. Just move through it the best you can, because you're going to get better and better at it. The moon here. This is where something is hidden, mysterious, sometimes deceptive. Sometimes we misevaluate something. We see something on the reflection of the water, and it's not as accurate as the reflection in the mirror. So don't expect it to be. There's something submerged, hidden beneath the surface. This is the time to follow intuition in March. You're getting better and better at this. And again, this full moon thing, I told you something about the moon and the full moon. Now, this isn't full. This is. You're learning to honor it here in January. By March, you're starting to get the hang of what it is that is your rituals, what it is that is your sacred, what it is that's your practice. Then we're getting the devil coming in here in April. There feels like it's not toxic and it's not addictive. It feels like an abandonment of what you've learned for a time. Like throwing some of these lessons to the wind for a minute. An abandonment of even self a little bit here. So this needs to be conquered and figured out. The devil is always a tricky liar. He's always misconstruing things, and you have the moon just before. So you're learning to honor your intuition, but you won't trust it here as much as you need to. In April, mark it down to trust yourself a little bit more. Don't trust the outside influence more. Trust yourself a little bit more. What else is going on here? How do you beat that in April? 10 of Cups. You understand what it is that's your emotion. You understand what is your happy ever after. Not somebody else's happy ever after. What's happy ever after for you individually. And create that harmony all around you. And if people that are in your situation or in your energy are creating disharmony, they need to be shown the door for a while. You need to find happiness and harmony in your own atmosphere, your home, your apartment, wherever it is you dwell. You need to create harmony there. And people that are not in harmony with that, gots to go. That's April. May. Look what's coming through. Now, this is where we've got a duplicate. Look at this. You learned the lesson. What is this? We talked about it. Knight of Cups. Questing for the Grail. That's what you're doing again in May. It's almost like you had to learn it. Now, show her this so she can see it. This is why I read it in duplicate, guys. It's why I do it. It's why my husband's like, oh, you need another deck. Yeah, I do. You have learned. You've done a short quest. A lot of intuition, but a short quest to this point. This questing energy is a reminder of the January. You'll get back on board with the King of Wands here. You're going to take the lead. Now, this is a lot of people are getting this King of Wands right in the June position. Something's going on. I don't know my astrology well enough to tell you what's happening with the planets in June. Stephanie might. Check Stephanie Intuitive's ear. She's good on her astrology. Better than I. But King of Wands energy is coming through. This is where you're taking the lead. Big, big, big. Queen of Cups here. Honoring what the intuition is. So whatever this is, you're questing for the Grail again. You're doing it by way of being the leader, having that leadership quality, and getting others to see, and getting them engaged, and getting them, what is that word? I can't remember. It starts with an E. It escapes me. You're getting them enrolled in doing what's going on with you. That's what it is. You're getting them enrolled to your cause, enrolled in what you're doing, excited about what you want to do. Queen of Cups. Revisits the dream. Queen of Wands. Super inspired and lets people approach. There will be people approaching. You will have spoken so much about your ambition, what it is you want to do, and where you want to take a group. What is it, the cause of your heart? The people will want to follow, and you'll be like approached by a few key players coming up. Because your dream is important and valuable to you, and you're learning how to honor it more and more and more. People see you questing for the Grail for yourself, honoring yourself more, and they're like, yeah, I want to be part of this. I want to see what's going on. I want to learn how to do what you're doing. Or I want to support that too. Let's spend some time. Let's hang out. People are going to be approaching you in this month of July. It's important for you. August. Now here we have the Five of Swords. Now that's a toughie. There's sometimes the bully on the battlefield on this one, but in this card, it just shows a lot of splash and dash and submerge. Feels like it, almost like your agenda gets hijacked or overtaken for a minute. It's coming through with a little bit of that Five of Wands energy on it. What else? Let's get a clarifier on that in August. Summer heat from July is going to be big. In August, you might be a little bit sidetracked. Don't let it throw you too much, honey. Justice, you'll get it. The lesson's there. The karmic lesson will be there for someone else. Let karma do the lesson giving. There'll be some people that approach you that are great, some people that approach you that might let you down. That's life. It's not going to kill you. It's going to be like, okay, justice will handle it. And just don't get swamped. Again, return to you being in charge of questing for the grail. You being in charge of questing for what's true to you. Justice is right here. King of Cups. Now, we talked about how there was be turbulence, didn't we? And it feels like it's right here. Now, King of Cups rides that out real smooth. He detaches from the emotion and learns how to use them with compassion, but not, oh, drama, oh, woe is me, big whoop. No, you're not going to play drama games. You're not going to get drawn in and sucked into nonsense. No, you'll know what you need to do. Chariot, you'll definitely know what you need to do, and you're going to have balance coming through. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at this. Chariot in October, you'll know. You're starting to know in September, but look at that. Woo, woo, woo. Love that. So exciting. Yeah, it's going to feel like one was pulling one way, one was pulling the other, and you're ready to balance, and you're driving that chariot. You're going to get the momentum. I love that. I love that for you. So the chariot's here in October. It's here in September. What's going on in October, November coming up? She's got the chariot and temperance. Temperance is the big lesson for the collective. On a lot of the collective is getting this temperance lesson. And I've seen this in lots of different aspects of lots of people's lives, lots of people's charts. That temperance keeps popping and popping and popping. So not only are we getting Empress energy, but we're getting temperance as we allow the divine feminine to roll forward and to bring in the divine masculine, not the toxic masculine, the divine masculine. Then there is sense of balance going forward, and I'm loving that. That's what's happening here. Okay, what else we got? We've got October to November here. The Hanged Woman comes in again. Now you had her here. You're getting lots of doubles. I tell you, this is a big year for you. This one where you had that willing sacrifice and the shift of perspective. It will be a reminder, like a post-it note, like, yeah, I do need to balance. It doesn't need to be my way or the highway, and it doesn't need to be they're in charge either. There needs to be a balance if you're going to go forward. There needs to be a balance if you want momentum. This is usually when the Chariot card comes up. I tell people, you don't drive forward by looking in the rear view mirror. Nobody does that shit. Nobody. If you've got the Chariot and you want to drive forward, you have to look forward out the windshield, not, oh, I'm fixing my lipstick in the rear view mirror and looking back. No. Look forward. Focus. Okay, and temperance. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of balance. Chariot and temperance, both cards of balance. Knight of Wands wants to go forward. Ooh. What are we getting here? Nell's laughing. Nell's like at the river. We've got the Knight of Wands. Look at this. And we're getting Prince of Egypt, River Lullaby. La 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 la. Yeah. What's going on with that? It's a river lullaby, and it comes from the sacrifices, Prince of Egypt, and referencing the Moses and blah, blah, blah. But more than that, it's referencing this hangman sacrifice, and it's a hush, and it's a lullaby, and it's comfort. It's a comfort as the flow of the temperance goes woo, 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 woo. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Yeah, I think it's called River Lullaby, Prince of Egypt. That one, check the lyrics on that. Check them now. You'll probably have more relevance for them later, but this is what's coming in during that time. This Knight of Wands is charging forward, doing something that is difficult, making the sacrifice that is difficult to do. It will not be unbearable, but it's not going to be easy. Easy doesn't cut it for you. Easy doesn't cut it for your soul growth. It's really beautiful. The Temperance card, it isn't quick. It's alchemy. It's transmuting something. It's doing magic in a huge way under the angelic protection of the high angels, the very high angels right then. You're going to charge forward doing something big. You're preparing all year to do this. And a sacrifice is a big thing. There will be huge growth and reward for this. And a new start is granted. Yeah. This is deep and sweet, and the new start is right there. That's complete. That's beautiful for you. It's the age of Aquarius, and you're all primed up all through. But that's what's going on for you. Big, big, big year. Big year. That's what I've got. 25 is going to be big. 26 is also going to be big because you get to this stage of the Fool again. I love that for you. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it.
All right, Steph put, I know we will definitely be feeling and seeing more effects from Pluto moving into Aquarius. Temperance energy will be big for the next bit.
I'm telling you, it's all over the place. All over the place. And for you specifically, it came into the next November. So you might pick it up like in the end of this November and carry that thread through in multiple ways. Because over here you had huge arcana coming through. Yeah, thank you, Steph. Thank you. Yeah. And I don't know what was coming down here. I think it was King of Wands. Not sure what that's about. So if you got information you want to share, I'd love it. But that King of Wands has come up on the June marker. And that's usually in August because of the Leo energy, I think. But whatever.
All right, and Smiling put, oh wow, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You're so welcome.
All right, yes, Pamela, we are having
Crazy Black Friday.
$10 off Friday. I'm going to close the list here at the bottom of the hour, so everybody got 4 more minutes to get on the list. $10 off every read. Those are the apps we use. Cash App's a little different. The Feisty instead of a Feisty.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Who is the feisty? Me? Sometimes, yes.
Okay,
Ah.
next up we have Smiling for her second read.
Okay.
It is a full read, and she didn't have a specific question, so general, I believe, right?
We're going into the full read, and I want to start with this one. I do have a second one of this on the way. And they just had it labeled as the low scare deck, but it's beautiful. It's wistful. It takes me back to the era, the decade of the 1970s. It's just gorgeous. It's really pretty, and it's a tender, gentle kind of deck. So what's going on for the full read?
Roxanne, you're on deck.
I'm getting, here comes the sun. I don't know what that's about. Here comes the sun. Chariot at the top here. Da-na-na. It's all right. Okay. In the center here, we have you leaving something behind. Now, this is the mini of the Hermit. It means you're leaving something that is no longer fulfilling behind, and it's more than time to do it. You leave behind what leaves you unsatisfied. If you feel like something is missing, if you're longing for something, it's the clue to go towards something else. You're going to have multiple options, and you're going to need to choose. You've got the 8 and the 7 here. The 8 as the center card. The challenge will be making the choice. The 7 right there. End to end here. We have the 7 over here and the 9 over here. This is the journey on this full read. This is what's going on. So what we're seeing is you're evaluating something, the fruits of your labor, what you've invested, what you've put your time in, and has the reward been big enough for you? And the answer is no. The answer is no, the reward hasn't big enough. Now, do you wait and let the harvest come in even more? Or do you cut your losses and move forward? You don't cut your losses just yet. Not yet. You will move forward eventually towards this 9, but you're not doing it yet. You've got a little bit of time. This feels more immediate than the year ahead. This feels more specific. It doesn't feel as broad as the year ahead did. So let's see what's going on here. We have the Empress, and the Queen of Coins. Now this one is the closest to the Queen of Coins, is closest to the Empress as any of the queens are. Very, very fruitful, very prolific, very abundant and doing, and abundant and doing. So don't be afraid to leave whatever it is. You have more seeds to plant, more fruit to garner, to gain, more work to put in, more things and more ambitious things to do. The Queen of Pentacles knows exactly what's in her pantry. She turns the tumbleweed to the Christmas tree. She can take a can of tuna fish and have it be the world's best casserole, and people be like, yeah, I love tuna casserole. And they've hated it all their life. She knows how to do with what she has and make some magic happen. And she's got amplification of that energy because of the Empress right now. Now here, King of Cups. We saw that in the other one. Remember, we saw that. This is the big kahuna, keeping calm and carrying on. You're not going to be distraught about something. You're not going to feel a sense of lack. Even if things feel like they're tight for a little bit as far as finance goes. What I'm getting is if things feel tight in the next little while, next month or so, it's not going to feel tight for you. You know how to be resourceful. You know how to use things well. If there was fruit that fell on the ground, you'd take the apples off the ground and turn it into applesauce with these two ladies here. You would be like, I don't know how to use that. I don't know how to use that. Your ingenuity is a real gift and a real blessing for you right now. And the King of Cups is going to be totally, totally calm about whatever's happening and let go of the anxiety because he knows this turbulence, it's going to fade. Chariot's here, as is. Knight of Pentacles. Desire to move forward, balanced. Slowpoke. Slowpoke here. Show her these two. Knight of Pentacles is prepared for anything, but he's moving fucking slow. Chariot wants to go in 5th gear, and it's just not time yet. Those are the top of the arc. They're really wanting to go in full gear. It's not time yet, honey. It's just not time. That's just all there is to it. Not time yet to do that. Now let's see. We're going to fill the bottom of the arc here as we come around, but let's come around here first, and then we're going to go fill in the bottom of the arc. I think I want to fill it in with this. Okay, so now we're going to go take it here. What are we seeing here? This Page of Wands, the new messaging coming in. So you're going to have this span of time where things feel a little bit tight. You're going to get through it. It's not going to be crazy, but you're going to be resourceful. You're going to understand and be receptive. Then you're putting a new exciting message forward about something. And this is going to be about the choice that you're making. You're going to be walking away from something that doesn't serve. Walking away, making a choice. You need to choose 1 or 2, not all 7. Let's not be pie in the sky, crazy, head in the clouds dreamer. No. But let's make a practical choice and put the message out. It's going to be challenging. You're going to need to work smarter, not harder, and the burden needs to be either shared or set down. You need to work smarter. You need to reclaim some of your time. You need to let go of some of the nostalgia. You're still going to have clouded thinking about, you know, some of what's going on around you, and it's still going to be like rose-colored glasses. How to put this? The same way I always put it. You can't eat a shit sandwich. A shit sandwich is not a chocolate donut. It's just not the same kind of thing. It's just not. So let's just not assign the rose-colored glasses. If somebody has been a fuckwit, if somebody's been an idiot, if somebody's been a letdown or a disappointment, don't assign the potential over and over and over and excuse and make room for potential. No. Just recognize it for what it is and move forward. Then here, this is how you get to the abundance in the garden. This is how you get to the 9 of Coins time. This is where things come in really good for you. Now let's see what's going in here. I can't do quite the straight line. I want to do the straight line, and it's like, no, I'm getting it has to be a swoosh, which means you're gonna have an up, a down, and then an up again. You're gonna feel pretty good at this point here, but there's gonna be something that's gonna be take you down for a minute. I don't know that it's gonna depress you, but it's gonna challenge you, vex you maybe a little bit, piss you off a little, and then move forward. Yeah, it's a swoosh. Okay, hang on. We've got the stained glass tarot. Now there's 2 stained glass tarots I have. This is the stained glass that is more traditional Rider-Waite is what I'd say on this one. It's not as cathedral. The other one is very much more cathedral. Ha! What do you know? This is the Chariot again. The Chariot here, the Chariot here. You're finally going to get into gear. Show her. I don't have the duplicate of this deck, or you'd be seeing it in duplicate. But they're both the Chariot. That's where you end up. So you'll be ready to go into full gear. This feels like you're going to be ready to go into full gear in a couple of months, but not right now. Do we have a time frame on this? It feels like about 3 months, maybe less than 90 days, maybe 2.5 months. If we saw the 8 of Wands, I would be thinking more like 2, but it feels like roughly 3 months. Something is going to feel like you're actually driving at speed. It's not like you're going slowpoke anymore. These 2 came in this order, just so you can see. All right, 2 of Pentacles, trying to find the balance here. This has the lemniscate on its side. It's got that figure 8. It's about balance. And sometimes this was like robbing Peter to pay Paul, or how do I figure out to pay the gas and the groceries? How am I going to budget it? Now remember, I told you about the tuna casserole. You all know how to do just fine. You know what's in your pantry. You know how to be ingenious about it. So be ingenious about it. It might be that things feel a little bit lean. That's okay. You know how to manage. You know how to eat a peanut butter sandwich. You know how to manage it. It doesn't mean it's going to be lean forever. You just have to be wise, all right? Be careful. Emperor here. Set up new rules. Set up new terms, because you're going to feel like the rigid rules are driving you crazy. 10 of Wands here, where you had it here too. This burden is what's weighing you down. You can't let yourself get overwhelmed by the work that has to be done or the time frame that you need to do it in. Understand, change is afoot for you. It has to dip down for a minute to come back up. That's how it has to go. The swoosh has to happen here. That's how it has to go. 10 of Wands, same here. Same. Honey, show her. They're the duplicates, even though they're not identical. They are the duplicates. The 8 of Cups. Oh my God. Okay. Show her this one too, honey. The Eight of Cups. You're in the mix of it right now. This Eight of Cups energy here is coming through. You're just in the mix of it. That's all there is to it. You're going to leave behind something that is uncomfortable to leave, and that's okay to do. Two of Swords is coming here. This is beautiful for you. You're going to make a choice, and you're going to choose to knock over the Tower. Wow. Tower is one of my favorite cards, and nobody loves the Tower except for me. Why? Because it's usually like your house is blown over in a tornado. Usually it's disaster. In this one, you're thinking about something and you're kicking it down yourself. It's like you are creating the lightning bolt that strikes the tower, knocks the crown off, and opens things up for yourself. You're creating the new thing, the new situation. You have to create it. You know you can. You know you've got capacity to do it, and you'll do it. Now, the Tower happens. Sometimes people lose their job, lose their home. But it's like destruction, the chaos, the oh, fuck. Yeah, that's what the Tower is. And when it happens, the reason I love this is because it's the beautiful disaster. The very, very best beautiful disaster. And if you don't do this, if you don't leave it, if you don't do it yourself, sometimes the universe steps in and does it a little more harshly, so you get the lesson. You're going to do it yourself. You're going to feel like you have the choice and the ability to control whatever the choice is. You're not going to be over idealistic, pie in the sky anymore. You're going to be like, something's got to give, and this is what it's got to be. And you're going to make that choice very clear-headed.
Tower is my birth card.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. There's some people that just hate it because it's disaster. Nah, it's the bolt out of the blue that changes the whole game. It's the plot twist, as Chad likes to say. And then what does it lead you to? The Chariot, the momentum going forward. That's what you got. This is coming up. It's going to be a little bit bumpy, but it's going to be great. And once you've made this decision, once you've moved forward, the Chariot and where you were going towards the Nine of Pentacles here, this is taking you to your good stuff. What else does she need to know? Go for it. Go for it. Knight of Wands is here. You're going to be ready to go for it. It's charge energy. Move forward with haste. When you have figured it out, when you've decided sword A, sword B, not the same, I want sword B. You're going to drop that other one and you're going to go. That's what I got. That's complete. I love that for you. Yeah. You're going to make a ballsy choice. And that's okay. It's like totally ingenious enough to do it, detached from the emotion in a way that you can be compassionate to self, and you make the right choice for self. These gentle little cards gave up of a read. And these, no kidding around with those, man. Holy cow. All right. That's what I got. That's gorgeous. And this was called the Low Scare deck so far. Not Low Scare Bow, which is a tarot publisher, but they called it as Low Scare, and I don't know the name. So if anybody else knows the name, I don't think that's the actual name of it. That's just how it was listed.
A lot of people like that. I think Vika said she liked the elongated.
Yeah, it's really pretty, and I am getting a second one, and probably, hopefully, in a week and a half it'll be here. So, yeah. So, okay.
All right, let me decline that. All right, she put resonates a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be very good.
Okay, next up, we have, our list is closed now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more.
Okay, we're doing it. Yay!
Roxanne
I love this.
is next up. Let's see. A mini general relationships.
Roxanne. Mini general relationships. We're going to the Love and Courage deck. And these are like some cartoon characters with attitude. I almost bought a second of these, but I didn't. But I almost did. So, okay.
Carol Ann, you're on deck.
Love and Courage. It may be down the road I have to buy a second of this. Love and Courage. Relationships. Roxanne. I've got that right? Love and Courage. And we're going to just honor the title of the deck, the love side and the courage. We're going to do 2 categories of what we're seeing, okay? It's not so much person A, person B. There's 2 categories. Love, as it pertains to romantic, but also to love in general, and not just others, but self, love, and courage. Gift and lesson. That might flip-flop. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. Okay. All right. In the center here, we have the Knight of Wands that wants to charge forward. You're going to have to show these. They're so cute. The Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands wants to charge forward, charge forward, charge forward. And Queen of Swords says, cut the shit, be practical. And this Knight of Wands, she's saying, don't go like bull in the china shop. You want to go forward, 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 but you need to slow it down. And she's telling you, slow it down. Be fair, be logical, be fair-minded and clear-minded. Keep your integrity. Hold your integrity about it. Love and relationships, we got love and courage here. 10 of Cups. The happy ever after. Now, I would love to say this is the space that you're occupying, but you've got a little bit of Fruit Loops going on. A little bit of, it's not so much clouded thinking, it's over idealistic thinking. Happy ever after looks a lot of different ways. Sometimes happy ever after looks like your husband putting new tires on your car and getting your car gassed up, and it's not the most romantic hot date. It's him looking after you, and you don't have to worry about your car ever. It's not the most romantic thing, but it's pretty romantic to me. Phil does that great. In the past, with my ex-husband, I didn't have that luxury. We always had car issues. I'm always good in that way. So the romantic and the way it looks, the way your mind thinks it might be, might look entirely different, okay? In the love. You've got the Strength here and the 9 of Pentacles. I love it. Now, this is one of my least favorite cards, and most people love this card. And I am loving this for you. You are going right up to the cliff, and then, whoa, Nelly. You're getting smarter about honoring the subtle influence. And you are not just taming the tiger or taming the lion. You are riding with the bravery. Huge amount of strength. Huge amount of follow the nudge. Huge amount of pushing it, and then, oh, so you are listening better than you've ever listened before. 9 of Coins coming. The independence. The listening to your intuition is huge, and it leads you to honor whatever it is, even if it feels like, I don't know why I know this, but I'm going to honor it. The independence of following the nudge here, and the independence and the reward here. You're going to check out in the garden once in a while, but you're not so reliant on anybody else's opinion or what old, outdated opinions might be in the love aspect. We have the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Coins, and the King of Cups here. Now, this is beautiful. The Ace of Wands. This is the new start. Can be new relationships. This is the card of showing. That's the card of it. So it could be there's a new relationship starting. It feels very much like this. The Knight of Pentacles is going to be slow approaching. The Knight is coming in as a slow approach. And this feels like it's fairly new, fairly fresh. The King of Cups is reminding you to keep balanced emotionally and don't let everything all be topsy-turvy invested in other. If this feels like new relationship, new status in the relationship, that's what it feels like is coming in there. More reliable energy and you understanding and how to recognize that. You seeing it differently through different lenses, and I'm liking that for you a lot. That's the love, the courage aspect. The World, the 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Now let's look. I read this as the Knight. This was the 8. I read this as the Knight. Why did I read this as the Knight? What's the swap here? Why did I do that? This is the Knight of Pentacles coming in. The courage here. This is somebody who's a workaholic. They have a reluctance to get off the battlefield and do the work. They have the reluctance to switch over here. They have the reluctance. This is somebody that they may not be as available for flattery and blah, 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 and the romance and the woo-woo as you think. It may look a little bit different. Understand the love language that is yours and that is theirs. If someone's speaking Spanish and someone's speaking French and they aren't understanding each other, you better figure out how to both speak each other's language in one way or another. This feels like workaholic, and it's why it won't trade. It's why the Knight won't come over here just yet, and it's why the 8 is going to take courage to face. There's something about these two. Show her these two. This is where I read this straight up as the Knight. You heard me read it as the Knight. It's the 8, and the Knight was over here. Hadn't even seen that one yet. That's what's coming through. 5 of Swords. Yeah, that battlefield is you battling. It doesn't feel like battling a mistress. It feels like somebody that's always working on the car or working on the house. It's workaholic. And it's how you need to understand time and priority and love language plays into it. And have the courage to have the conversations that really, so you can understand what matters and understand when feelings are hurt, why that might be the case, and how to work through and around that. It's going to take some doing. You're going to have to get real honest, real straight up about what you need in relationship. You're going to have the courage to see it and make that message known. Here we have the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Okay. This independence that came over here is the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups here. This is grieving a loss, grieving a sorrow. It's also coming through with a little bit of that flavor of the Five of Coins where you feel a little bit left out in the cold. You're letting your grief get in the way of your independence. You're letting what you're thinking that you lost get in the way of the Two of Cups moment. The Three of Cups have been spilt and the two stand and remain. And that's how that is typically depicted. There's the Five of Cups there. Whatever is the loss, if you want to regain something there, it's important for you to recognize what remains. So if you have somebody that the mistress is the work, the mistress is like the Harley, the mistress isn't necessarily the mistress, it's just their time away from you, time away from you, time away from you. It feels like you're going to have a conversation about that. You're going to have to get it straight, and you're going to have to learn to be a little bit more independent, because that's going to help that soothe and bridge. The Two of Wands. This is the world in your hand and the world on the horizon. And you need to get the fuck out of your house and go see what the world on the horizon is. You need to get something else going on so you aren't in orbit so much. And so somebody else can orbit you a little bit more. This is going to be better for you. Six of Wands. This is where the victory is. You have to have the courage to not be waiting for someone else to do. You have to be doing some things a little bit more independently. Anything else needs to be known or shown. Yeah, there's 3 cards coming through. Just one second. Yeah, I should have ordered a second one of this. This is a great one. 9 of Wands. This is a little bit of the wounded soldier energy. Look how it's shown. It's like she's been in the field of thistles. And you know, if you've ever gotten thistles or, I used to call them a cockleburr, but it's like this sprankety thing that you walk through the field of flowers and somehow you get in your socks and it's like, God damn it, you're real irritated with it. You got to be able to let that go and keep moving forward anyway. Queen of Coins, knowing your value and your worth. Why? Because the Two of Cups relationship demands you to know your worth before you expect somebody else to mirror it back to you. That's what's coming through. That's the big thing coming through. Show her all of these together. Yeah, that's complete. This is a great little deck, guys. I think you're going to have fun with this. If you want to pick this one up, it's a cute one. It's cute too.
It is the
Love and Courage. It's a great little deck. Don't underestimate the cute decks, guys. You know, sometimes I go to the more serious decks. These ones can be real teeth kickers sometimes. This one's no joke, man. It's good. That's what I got.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it fans out in one way and it fans out in the other. And that's why the spread came out in the fans and I didn't explain it. It comes out in fans. It doesn't come out straight. It comes out in fans. So one thing gets bigger, gets bigger. One thing gets bigger, gets bigger. It needs to fan out. Okay?
All right, this one amazing reading. Thanks.
You're welcome, honey. You are welcome. So welcome. Let me get some water.
All
I
right.
have a thirsty one.
Caroline is next. Brandy will be on deck. Caroline is for a year ahead.
Yay! Okay. Caroline, you're ahead. We're going to the golden wheel for you, Caroline. Let's see what's going on. Year ahead. Ooh. This will be the center cards. And the clarifiers will be this big one. Caroline, you're ahead. This is the golden wheel. A kind of a little bit older, but a good one. And it took me forever to buy this one, and I don't know why. Because it's better in person than it is like when you look online at it. And I've seen it in person years ago, like probably about 7 years ago. A friend of mine had this deck. It was like, okay. Carolyn. Wow, the choices. Oh. Wow, okay. You are in for some big juggling. If you have the Lover's card here, it's a guarded time that you need to choose. You're going to have choices throughout the whole damn year of choice of the heart, choice of the head. Choice of the heart, choice of the head. Romance versus purpose, person versus purpose, over and over and over. And the juggle is going to be real. The struggle is real, the juggle is real too. And how you're going to put your priorities. They are going to be in competition a lot this year. These two purposes, it's not that you can't have both, but it's going to feel like you can't have both at the same time. You're going to have to make choices and prioritize a lot this year. Tricky. But look at how he's balanced. It is precarious, but he's not falling over. He's not drunk off his ass and landing on his bum. No, he knows what he's doing. Even though the sea is a little bit tricky behind him. Precarious and tricky. Let's see what we got. We're going to go through the circle, and then we'll probably put a clarifier in the middle, too. Okay. December. January. February, March, April, May, June. Whoa, honey, will you grab that one? That's the center card right there. That one just shot out. Do you see it?
Where'd it go?
I think down here.
I got it.
Okay. July. Where's the August? August. September. October. November. Okay. Okay. We are in November now, and we're returning to November, and it's a Two of Swords that we're seeing here. So there is a choice that you need to make here, and I told you about the choices here. So it's going to be also, you're going to have this choice by November. You're getting a full year of choice, priority, choice, priority, choice, priority. And the Two of Swords, it doesn't mean that you can't do it, but the challenge usually with this one, you usually see them crossed and the blindfold on, is to let your emotions enter into the right degree in helping you make the choices. All right, here. The Emperor. You need to be in charge. The Empress is the divine feminine. The Emperor is the one that sets up the rules and protects the realm. And this is the divine masculine. You need to be honoring both aspects of that. Your receptivity, you've got great. But setting up things in order. Setting up what is priority to you. You being the Emperor of your own realm is huge for you. That's the clarifier there. Now let's see what's going on in December. December, you have the Ace of Swords coming through. This is gorgeous. This is clarity coming through. What is it you want to experience this year? You want both. You don't want just love and you don't want just purpose. You want both. And it feels like you're going to go after both, and you're going to go after it with balls about it. You can't go after, you have to make choices all along the way. But it doesn't mean you can't have both. It doesn't feel like you can't have both. It feels like you need to make choices and work on balance throughout the whole year. We've got the Page of Wands here. Announcements, new message. What are you announcing? What are you doing differently? Because this feels like new baby that isn't a new baby. New project that isn't something that you know about. But it's like, you know, when somebody in the family is suddenly pregnant and they announce that they're pregnant, it feels like you're going to be having that kind of an announcement, but it isn't a baby. No. It's a new project that you're taking on. Something you decide to do. Something about January 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Those 4 days. Something coming in on that. I'm not sure what that's about. Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful this is. Look. End of January, leading into February. Okay, something that's coming in as perfect partnering, perfect pairing, business, kinship, soulmate. This can sometimes be like soul friends. It can sometimes be soul sisters from the other mister. Sometimes it's romance. Sometimes it's perfect business partnership. But it's equal offering, and I love this. You're ready to do a project, and somebody is meeting you there equally in February. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Healing, fabulous, beautiful business going on. This is fabulous. Love this. This is what's coming in February. January 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. That's what's coming through. So I guess that's 5 days if you count the 20th. I don't. Count it how you want. Those are the dates. That's big. Big deal. Big deal. Love that. Okay. So now we need to go to March. Now, March, 7 of Wheels. There's something that's evaluated. The seeds are planted, but don't harvest too soon. Usually we see this and they show the plants and like one's fallen off the vine. Don't sweat it. Don't be too crazy about disappointment. Reevaluate. This is the card where the harvester evaluates what's coming up in the crop in March. This is just the beginnings. If you had planted this in the fall, and say you planted potatoes or anything else, or carrots. Say you planted carrots and you just see the green coming up. You know that the carrot isn't supposed to be above ground just yet. You know the carrot is taking all the nutrients and growing below the dirt. You know this. So you're not freaked out if it's just a little green sprig right now. That's fine. What you're planting and harvesting is making progress. Evaluate and keep going. Keep going forward. This is March. What else we got? March, April, May. It needs to be right here. Okay. We have the 7 of Cups. Don't be delusional in your evaluation. Think about those carrots. There's a book that's a children's book called Bear and Bunny Grow Tomatoes. Why is that coming through? Bear and Bunny Grow Tomatoes, I think is the name of it. It's not a super huge hit of a book, but it's one that I had for my daughter. And basically, it was kind of like, is it the ant and the grasshopper story or something like that? It's about one person putting in a lot of effort and the other one has to kind of learn a lesson. Bear and Bunny grows tomatoes, and the one person was kind of I think Bunny was playing, and Bear was doing the work or something. One of them's doing the work, and the other one is kind of dicking around a little bit, goofing around. And it feels like that it's going to rebalance in here. But for a while, it's going to feel unfair. Don't give up. Don't abandon ship. It really is the perfect partnership. It just feels like it's a little off balance. Don't dismiss somebody else's gift or asset just because it's different than yours. If somebody's great at the math and the numbers and the accounting, somebody else is great at the customer service, fabulous. If somebody is great at hoeing the rows and planting the seeds, but they aren't great at watering it every day, figure it out. Create balance. There's a perfect partnership, but it's back and forth and back and forth. We saw it with the choices here. We're seeing it throughout. Page of Cups. This is the stinky fish tea, right? It's the fish that comes up with the water. There's more substance there than you think of. That, don't abandon it. Don't abandon ship is what I'm saying. So we've got March, April, May. This beautiful star. This is why not to abandon. Hopes and dreams are right. You're right to have the hopes and dreams. This is May. This is big. And it's feeling like the Gemini energy is going to be coming in strong there. That's the twins, and that's a boopity 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 boop. Kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's coming in pretty big on that one. What happened here? Did I pull this guy up? No. Thank you. I'm like, that wasn't there. That was there. The Emperor energy needs to still be here. You setting up the rules, you setting up the terms, you knowing you need the balance. But don't dismiss or discount somebody else's efforts. Don't be so demanding that you cut off your nose to spite your face. All right? Be really, really aware. Four of Cups. 10 of Cups and the Wheel. This is June. This is where it shifts. The Four of Cups. Somebody's bored and broody, and you're going to have to reevaluate, reprioritize, and reassess whose tasks are what. Which tasks are going to be in order. 10 of Cups. Happiness and harmony on the home front is going to be challenging. Now, I don't know if this is for you or your partner, but it feels like this is going to be challenging. Wheel of Fortune's here. You got to accept that the only constant in life is change. The wheel will turn. So be good when it's up and be good when it's down. Be good all around if you can. But it's going to be changing. And June is the pivotal month where change will come in. This is fortune favoring the bold, not the bored. If you act bored or reject and refuse the gifts that are offered here, you're going to miss some of the beauty going forward. So this is why I caution so strongly. It feels like somebody isn't seeing the beauty that's offered there. When you take time to really appreciate each other, we just had Thanksgiving, and when we are in the space of gratitude, we are in the space of appreciation, we get more of what we focus on. So why not focus on that more and more? Everybody has shortcomings. Everybody has flaws. And don't be so hard on yourself either. Be grateful for every asset that you have. Don't just be seeing your negative, negative, negative. No, no, no. See the assets that you have. That's the magic in there. That's what helps fate shift things. This is important for you. Remember this Thanksgiving energy in June. Okay. July, we have the Page of Wheels coming in again. Now, we have the Seven of Wheels here and the Page here. This is the Batman card. This is the one that's a Page of Coins saying, hey, go be Batman. Don't expect the other person to be Batman. You're the Batman. You've been the Emperor through this thing. You've been the Batman through this thing. You've got the Batmobile. You've got the Alfred. You've got the cave. You've got it all. Don't underestimate and wait for somebody else to show up and be the Batman. You be the Batman. You be the lead character in your own life. That's what's going on in July. You're recognizing this change. You're appreciating this change. But you're also recognizing your role, your position to start something. August, Fool comes in. I want to see a little bit more clarification on this Fool. There's a new start, new opportunity, and a new gift, and you need to take a leap of faith in August. Ace of Cups. Yeah, emotionally, you're taking the leap of faith in August. It feels more business heavy here, more emotion and spiritual here. More business heavy here, although there can be romance also brewing, perhaps in a separate area or not. I don't know if business partner, sometimes not good to mix business and romance, sometimes better. You'll know. But this feels like the big cup of love that's finally coming through. The stinky fish tea finally shifts into something where you're understanding relationship, emotion, and how to prioritize it a little differently. A new leap of faith and the new ace. Yeah, something big being offered in the emotional realm. Now, tradition's coming in pretty strong. We've got Tevye doing the tradition song, like Fiddler on the Roof Tevye. Coming in very strong. This is getting the access to something that's traditional, and it's coming in September. It's back to school season for you, honey. It's back to school for everybody in September, but it's back to school in romance department for you. This is a good thing. Tradition. Getting the VIP pass. The bouncer at the club saying, come on in. Yeah, you, yeah. We're letting the red rope down and you're coming in. Come on in, gorgeous. It's time. That's what's coming in for you. This is September, October, King of Wands. Fiery, fiery, fiery. You are really getting in touch with your masculine energy this year in such a good way. You are taking the lead. You have learned very well already in life and mastered already how to do the feminine receptive thing. But now you're doing the fierce feminine, which some people would say is a masculine leader energy. It's balancing them both. It's huge for you right now. Huge. King of Wands. What else does she need to know about King of Wands before you approach the Two of Swords again and make another choice? This is October, King of Wands. Leading, fiery leading. King of Wands is closest to the Emperor in my book. Just like Queen of Coins is closest to the Empress, King of Wands gets the crowd riled up, says, let's go, let's charge. And King of Wands, when he's the righteous leader, he's the righteous leader. The Emperor will set up the rules and the terms, but the righteous leader is inspiring. Knight of Wands, yeah, he's going to lead the charge. You're going to lead the charge going forward. You're going to lead the new direction. You're making choices. You got a 2-year thing going on here, and this is the beginning of the first. So we're going into 2025 here. I want to look just a little moment further for the central lessons of 2026 coming up, because when we return to November, it's right here. Let's see what the central lesson is for 2026, just so you kind of know where you're working toward, because the clarity is clear as day in December. King of Swords. Now this is usually the 3-month, but this is the strategic planner, and this is a 2-year term that you're working on. So don't try and condense it into 1 year. It's a 2-year. It's 2025, 2026 for you. And the Fool comes in again. Yeah, this start is going to be more pronounced. You really are setting up for this lead into the adventure, and you're starting to feel the momentum shift through here. And here, it's big. That Fool comes in extra, extra big. But yeah, be strategic all through. Use your clarity. Use your sense of discernment. Stay in integrity with yourself. You've got this. But this is really a 2-year thing. This 2025 is just the beginning. 25, 26 are going to be a beautiful package deal. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow, I love that. Love it for you. Good luck going forward on this. It is tricky balance, and it's why we're getting the 2s in here. It's really person and purpose for not just the one, but both years. Okay, that's complete. Gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. And this is the Golden Wheel Tarot. And it is a beautiful, beautiful deck. If you get it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I probably waited too damn long to get this one, because it is quite beautiful. And I think it's just, I thought when I saw it on the computer many times, it's like, it's kind of pastel, I don't know. Just get it. If you're drawn to it, get it. You'll be glad. I waited too long for that one. You guys shouldn't have to. Okay.
Okay, Ange. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's a great one, honey.
She said, thank you, Angie.
You are welcome. It's going to be so good. Just back and forth and back and forth. But you got it. You got this.
All right, our list is closed for today. Angie will be back most likely on Monday.
Well, and I might be back Saturday night. So
Saturday
if you want
night.
to
There you
prepay,
go.
just prepay and shoot me an email, and we'll put you on the list. We'll get you there. So that happens too. So, okay.
Okie doke. All right, right now we have Brandy.
Okay.
Brandy for a year ahead.
Brandy for a year ahead.
Diana, you're on deck.
Brandy, we're going to Rachel True's True Heart Tarot. Now, this is an older deck, but we're going to it. I don't know why we're going to it. I've got plenty of new decks, but this is the deck that wants to come through for you. Sometimes I don't love the art. I love the concept of the art. I love the representation of the art, not the art itself. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth is what I'm getting for you. Whatever's coming through on this, whatever's coming through, it's going to look different than what you expect, but it's the truth is right there. It's going to be staring you in the face whether you like it or not. Brandy. Whoa. Hierophant. You have access to something traditional that's going to be teaching to you. Now, a lot of people are doing deconstruction of like the religion of their birth, the way they were raised, their family unit, the role they are in their family. Don't let the deconstruction shortchange you of the gift of some of the tradition, okay? This is something where you have been given the keys of knowledge to how you can amplify and edify, lift the tradition to something higher, and it's not doing it the same way that it's been done and been done and been done. You're getting to the deeper truth here, the deeper meaning here, the deeper principle. 10 of Wands. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel burdened. You don't want to put up with some of these fuckers, is what I'm getting. You don't want to put up with some of these fuckers because they feel like pestilence to you. But you need to focus and you need to realize if you're the one in the family that's meant to be the James Bond, you're the one in the family meant to be the James Bond. It's pestilent and bond right here coming through on these. Like the images in this deck are actually pretty darn good on this one. On this particular read, I have no beef because they're coming in super strong. Now this is Rachel Truth's True Heart Tarot, and it's got a great guidebook. A really good one. We're going to start and see what's going on. December. Yeah, you need to be the James Bond. What the hell are you doing here? James Bond is the one that would always achieve the purpose of the mission, whatever it was. Aside from the womanizing and the shaken, not stirred. Let's update that a bit, shall we? But the one that is rightly suited for the mission, the task, the ambition of the next year. That's you. You're rightly suited. You are prepared. Even though you're going to be thrown in situations that feel crazy. A little crazy. A little bit challenging and like more than what you thought. It's not more than what you thought. Your soul contract is saying, tick tock, you're on time right now. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
Oh, you already hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're in for it, sister. And it's good, it's good, it's good. So what we see in November is the Princess of Cups. You've been served up a really nice dose of the stinky fish tea. And this one you can't see the fish, but you can see the Princess of Cups. This is the Page of Cups, which you're going to get creative about what you've got because you got more than you bargained for. Or at least that's what you thought. It's exactly what you needed. In December, you get the sun on this. You're going to see the asset of the fish coming up in that cup. You're going to see that there's more substance than just creative emotion. There's something to do with. You've got the drink and the dinner. You got it going on. You only wanted the drink. You only wanted a little bit. You wanted, no, I didn't want all that. Yeah, you did. The sun's saying, yeah. And furthermore, it's going to make you happy. All right. So it's like, don't cry about it, be happy about it. You're going to love it coming up. Wow, that's a really bossy sun. Okay, that's what's coming up. In January, the 5 of coins, you're going to feel like poor little match girl. Let's get a little bit of clarity on that. That's where you're outside the church, outside of what's going on, outside of what feels like tradition. You're going to the deeper level, the deeper understanding of whatever it is, the more sacred lesson. Not just what's been established and the institution. And sometimes people would say this is new job opportunity, blah, blah, blah. It's deeper than that. The more sacred lesson where you learn to be your own pope, where you learn to be your own high priestess. Yeah, King of Swords, your clarity is huge. It's going to be huge for these 1, 2, 3, right through here. It starts here and goes 1, 2, 3, and this is coming through as 3 months on this. So you might feel a little bit out in the cold, but you're getting more and more clear about what you think, how you want things to be. Your decisions, your decision making is not going to be emotional, triggered, hot button, push, 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 push. You're going to be clear. Cut, clear, cut, clear, cut. That's how it's going to go. And you're going to be clear about who you cut, and what you tolerate, and what you don't. That's January, February. 9 of coins. What helps you with your independence, creates independence, and lets you feel luxury in the garden. That's what it's going to be all about. This clarity goes for these 3 months. Boom, boom, boom. 9 is here. 6 is here. I'm reading you the 9 here. The 6 is going to come here. These are swapped. I don't know why they came out in this way, but this is how they're swapped. You're going to feel each of these in each of these months. This is coming out as February. You're going to feel it more in March. This is coming as March. You're going to feel it more in February. One leads to the other. So just take the gifts as they come. They'll lead to more independence. Take the independence as come. It leads to more gifts. I don't know what's going on with those, but that's what it is. 4 of Wands coming in April. Wow. If you are getting invites to the wedding or the reception or the party or the graduation, whatever it is, April, May, June, you better be taking it. And you better start going to the party and celebrating and being ready to be at the threshold. The 4 of Wands, synchronicity, right? 11-11, twin flame, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Go to the freaking show. Go to the party. Go to the opportunity. Go do it in April. It's time to do it. This is where you're walking through the threshold. You can stand at the door and open the door and shut the door and open the door and shut the door and open the door. You're done with that shit. Open the door and walk your ass out of it. Go do something. This is go get in line with the synchronicity and the flow that is calling you forward. James Bond doesn't go conquer the world by sitting home and being like, yeah, Q, you handle that. No. James Bond goes and takes it on. Grabs a bull by the balls and takes it on. Yeah. That's what I said. I said what I said. You heard me. You've seen the rodeo guys. You've seen them get their 8 seconds, right? You can handle 8 seconds. You can do what needs done for the time that it needs to be done. And yeah, you might get thrown for a bit, but you're ready to do it. Death card and the Queen of Cups. Most psychic of the queens, and the transformation happening and bearing the soul, being exposed, being really, really vulnerable coming up in May. Yeah, this is where the transformation happens. June, Princess of Wands. This is the big announcement. There's a big change. Butterfly has arrived. Big change here. The pestilence has changed at this point. Now that's interesting. I want some clarification on this. You've got the tradition. You've got the change that's gone on within. You've got the sun coming through and the straight lines coming through. I need 2 cards here. Hang on. How do we bridge that? Because this is a bridge between December and June. All of this is the work on the bridge. And particularly the clarity here. 1, 2, 3, right? A little bit of confusion here. Clarity on what transforms here. And boom, what's the announcement? Well, you have seen a thing or two, you've witnessed a thing or two, and you're ready to go forward. You don't have the horse yet. You've witnessed it. You've witnessed it. The spy in the camp. The 007 spy in the camp. You need to be a stealthy motherfucker at the top of the year. Bottom of the year, you can be more brave. Fool takes a new leap here. Really, really interesting. Ready to take the leap. That's why you will announce it. Right here, first 6 months, you're stealthy. You're stealthy, all right? Spy in the camp. 007, stealthy. Seeing, knowing, and ready to take action when the time comes down in here. Okay? Action here. June, July. 2 of Wands. The world in your hands versus what's on the horizon. The world in your hands. You don't realize what a gift this is. You're like, yeah, day-to-day, humdrum, ho-hum, blah, blah, blah. It is huge, huge gifts. And the power to manifest is coming through very strongly on this show or this one. It's gorgeous. The world is how big you want it to be. It's going to expand.
I'm usually so timid, but I'm coming out of my shell lately.
Yeah, and more and more and more. You're going to be ballsy. Yeah, don't be timid. It's not the time for timid. This is a year where you're beyond Batman, all right? You're in 007 mode. Batman has cool gadgets. James Bond has cool gadgets. Conquering, balancing, and getting this temperance. You're transmuting something powerfully. This is a protected time. So if you want to explore, and also it feels like the travel might come through here, it is the time to do that. It's what's going to be happening for you. That is the July marker. Now let's see what's going on in August. August, to thine own self be true. Now you're knowing it from the swords that are coming through here. You've got lots of swords coming through. You're learning the balance. You're striking the balance. You're being true to yourself. This is something where something is made whole and you're answering the call. You've been answering the call braver and braver as you go. And it's going to get more and more adventurous, more and more challenging. It's going to be a hell of a year. If you get called and asked, like I said, go to the party here, and then go on the adventure, the travel. This is a change in geography, it feels like. And it's big. You need to say yes. You can't say no too much this year. You need to give yourself the time and the experience of the opportunities that present over and over and over and over. It is not the time for timid. Those days are done. 2025, you are a brave motherfucker. September. Oh, you're going to be sad about some sort of loss. You're going to get over it. You're going to have your crying time, and then you're going to move forward. You're going to be ready to go forward. This is the one that is the Batman card, but you're going to have to cry about something, which is fine. Not just because you get the adventure coming through doesn't mean everything's going to play out how you think it is. Nobody gets the cheat code for life. Not even psychics get the cheat code for life. You get the heads up, and then you make some choices, and then you get some lessons. Not the end of the world. There will be a little bit of grief, but you will still hold the 2 cups. You will see through whatever this is. It might be that you go to this different geography and you have to let go of something over here. And that can be a little bit difficult, but it feels like that's about right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. King of Coins coming in here. So between September and October, you're going to have to let go of something over here. And I don't know that it's a someone as much as it's a something, which means maybe you're going to be moving or shifting jobs, something like that. And then King of Cups, you're prepared, you're ready. You're stacking your value all through the year, stacking your value, knowing it and understanding who you are. That's going from September to October. October, celebrating who you are, not just being tolerated, being celebrated. People are so excited when you show up. They're raising a glass. They're lifting the glass and toasting you. This is your October coming up. Now what's going up? November here. Princess of Cups. You lift the glass to somebody else. This is no longer the stinky fish tea. Yes, you've created something new and you're lifting the glass to self. The willing sacrifice that you make through here is huge. The new perspective is enlightened, and it's time to come down now from some of this. The Eight of Wands. Okay, we've got to carry over for 2 more months. Sorry, we can't stop at November. We got to go December, January. There's something that's coming into alignment in a year from now in the November energy, and it's probably going to be just before Thanksgiving. It doesn't feel like it's the exact year. It feels like it's just prior to Thanksgiving. You will really be in a stage of huge gratitude for all of this adventure. But I want to look, because this is the 2 months and because I got the impulse to look for these, I need to look at the December and January. So I'm going to get nosy about December of 25 and January of 26. Just to give you a heads up, a little bit of a heads up. Whatever needs to end is going to end. You have the Ten of Swords versus the Ten of Cups, which has a huge amount of the Sun going on in here. This is Sun card, Sun card, Sun card. You're going to have moved on and let go. I'm getting chills on this. You're going to have let go and grieved something that held you back for a long, long time. This chapter is going to be well and truly closed in such a beautiful, beautiful way. Then the Knight of Cups is coming in. The Prince of Cups. You have learned to ride the hero's horse for yourself all through here. Now you can offer the Grail to someone else, to yourself and to someone else, and there's more room to do it. You don't have to be James Bond in every single moment. You can slow down the ride a little bit more. Almost like the Knight of Coins, as well as riding with you here. One more. Yeah. Whatever has hurt the heart, whatever the self-betrayal has been, and it does not feel like other, it feels like self. The underestimation of self or not challenging self, you are letting go of. And this is what's gone on. And you will have learned how to ride differently because you're questing for that for yourself. One more. You become the Emperor. So rather than just being an MI6 and James Bond, you become the king of your own realm. This is beautiful. Your self-determination is coming in very strongly in this. The way you proceed, it's you calling all the shots. You calling the shot, you calling the shot, you calling the shot. You can't change another, you can't wait for another, you can't do for another, you can't learn for another. It's not your job to control, shift, or manage another. It is definitely your job to control, shift, and manage yourself. And that is what you will have learned throughout the whole thing. That's what's going on. And don't be intimidated, don't be afraid, move forward, move forward. This Fool is strongly here. You will feel it strongly here. You feel it here, you feel it here. And all these swords, you will have hit rock bottom and you'll be reminded, and you're moving forward to this Emperor stage. The Fool will move you forward. Anything else? It's just here. Ah, the Sword of Truth, of course. That's the damn truth. That's all I could add to it. That's clarity on it. That's the damn truth. That's what I got. That's complete. Holy smokes. This is Rachel True's True Heart Tarot, and it's a great guidebook. It's a good deck, but like I told you, the images don't usually present in a way. I like the concept of the image, but not perhaps the artist's rendering. Take that as a side note for how you're going to see the year, because this read really, really true. I don't think I've ever read that one card as Pestilence in James Bond, but that's what you got, baby.
See, but I've actually been looking into another job.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful to hear this. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, honey. Good luck. It's going to be a really good year. Really good. All right.
One more.
One more. All right, let me put these
45
somewhere.
minutes each read, man. Jeez.
I know, I get wordy, and I get nosy, guys. I do get nosy. I know. Sorry, I get nosy.
People waiting for 2 hours.
Suck it up, Buttercup. I'm worth it.
Including Kim.
Suck it up, Buttercup. All right.
And Diana, who's next, put LOL, it's all good. All right, Diana is a mini read.
Okay.
Full read.
Okay.
No specific question.
Okay, I'm going to get these out of the way just so they're out of the way, but I want the Persephone deck. This is Persephone, and it feels like per Stephanie, as per Stephanie. We've got a lot of Stephanies in our life. A lot of Stephanies. So Stephanie that's in tarot, Stephanie my sister, Stephanie his daughter, a lot of Stephanies. But it's Persephone, as in Persephone and Demeter and Hades and all that. And it's a very romantic kind of deck. So let's see what's going on for you. What does she need to know? Spell the name. I'm into that spelling thing today.
Diana.
traditional spelling. It's not the Artemis moment for you. It's not the time for you to hunt. It's not for you to be the huntress and the Diana that you're named after. It's not the time for you to be doing this thing. It's the time for the lessons of Persephone, going to the underworld, going down deep, going and learning. Persephone and Demeter, also learning about the mother wound, also learning about what is the toxic temptation that helps you learn your shadow stuff. This is what's coming in for you. The hunter, isn't it? The look, what needs to be revealed. Okay. All right. The pomegranate and the many seeds, and we see it in the high priestess and the high priestess veil, the high priestess year. You're already in the mix of, you already know this, but the fruits that are coming forward, the gifts that are coming forward, and the multi-seeds that are coming through. There's many moments all throughout this year scattered for you. Juicy moments, just like the pomegranate, just like this. This is definitely what you need to be aware of and knowing. It's coming around like a link. It's very strange. I wanted to do like the 2 rows of 5 that I usually do, and it won't let me. It's coming around like a link, like a link in chain is what's coming up. So when we think about you are the weakest link, yeah, it's the links in the chain, and it's linked. Little seeds from the pomegranate, little seed. That's what's coming through. The 6 of Swords, leaving the rough waters for smooth. This is huge for you. Get out of whatever makes you feel disrupted, toxic, harsh, whatever isn't peaceful. Get out of the way on that. Get them out of your home. Get them out of your energy. Get out of that field. If you're in this space that is feeling harsh, get the fuck out of there. You do not need to be there. It's not for you to sacrifice yourself for somebody else's convenience. And you know this, and you've heard this, and you've been avoiding some kind of thing. You don't want conflict. Tough shit. The conflict with yourself can be there, or you can have a conflict where you're saying, yeah, I'm done with this now. I need to move on to something different. And this is what's happening. If somebody says, well, why aren't you coming to this, or why aren't you doing that? You don't have to justify yourself. No is a full sentence. I'm not. No. You don't have to explain or defend. You do need to get yourself clear about what it is you want to honor and garner and hold high your own peace. 7 of Wands. You will be required to defend. Look how beautiful that is. The art in this is beautiful. I sure as shit hope I ordered a second one of this. I thought I did, and then I thought, I don't know. Because I can't have 2 of everything. But this one, honor and defend your own peace. Here, and defend it here. 6 of Cups. Huge reward for you. Now, you have nostalgia about a certain circumstance, and that's okay. It's okay to teach you, but there's more friendships that want to come in. And it's not with someone from the past. It's coming in new. It's coming in fresh. And it's more joyful. It's more equal. It's the one where I say, I'll give you my favorite candy bar for your favorite rock. It's a good trade. It's a happy trade. It's not just rose-colored glasses over and over forever and ever about somebody that's not serving you well as partner, as lesson, as friend. No, you actually want the real friendship thing where you're playful, you're having fun, you're enjoying things. Favorite rock for the favorite candy bar. Good deal. Let's do it. Let's play. Let's go. You need to be in this playful energy again. It's why you got to get out of the rough waters. There's lessons from your childhood that are meant to teach you big in this year coming up. There's lessons that are from your childhood that are meant to teach you big in the next month. You need to find the way to Christmas magic again. Whatever it is that's magic of December, whether you celebrate Christmas or Yule or whatever it is, whatever is the magic of the winter month of December, you need to find it again. It's not going to be found on the fucking Hallmark Channel. Not there.
Love my rocks, LOL.
Good. Then get your rocks that you need to trade. You do need to trade. Whatever this is, you need to, whatever is your reliable, say you love amethyst, you always got amethyst on your necklace, on your hands, on your altar, whatever. You need something new. What is the stone that she needs to have? Something about rose quartz needs to come through. Rose quartz and green calcite. If you don't have, then get. If you have, get a little more. Of course. Of course it's rose quartz and green calcite because it's December. Those are Christmas colors of the heart. Of course it is. Do it. Okay. 4 of Cups. This is rejecting what doesn't serve but not spending forever navel gazing. This is don't let boredom and apathy creep into your December. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. You know better, do better. Rose quartz, green calcite. Get it. Do something sacred for yourself for the month of December. As a gift to yourself, you will experience XYZ in December. Offer it to yourself, put it on your altar, and do it. Give yourself the gift first. If it's the gift of time, it's the gift of more resources than you usually do. If it's spoiling yourself by getting your hair cut, or spoiling yourself by getting I don't know, a new fancy electric blanket. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's to spoil yourself. You're offering a gift to yourself on this altar, and those two stones need to be in there. Three of Cups, celebrating self. Of course it's there. Of course it is. You're celebrating yourself and lifting yourself up. Of course you have to. Of course you must. You are no longer going to be considered as the weakest link. You are the strong link. And when anyone has made you feel weaker or weakened, you let them pull apart. You know when you see the magician pull the links apart? And the one that needs to go just needs to go. It doesn't mean that it's not how it's supposed to be. You are the strong. You don't have to be strong for everyone. You need to be strong for yourself right now. You need to honor yourself right now. Okay, there's 3 cards here before we turn. Then we come to the turn, to the turn, to the turn. Here we go. Here we go. I guess this is just how it's going. I didn't know we were doing a chain link, but we are. For you, you need to know you are the strongest link.
She put rose quartz and green calcite bracelet time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, we've got the Chariot, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups coming forward. Now, isn't that interesting? The King of Cups is known to be detached but compassionate. The Queen of Swords gets a bum rap as the bitch, but she's fair. So this one looks like he's cold when he's not, and he's more compassionate. And this one looks like she's bitchy when she's actually right. These are the things that you need to honor within your own personality to turn this corner. Queen of Swords, the righteous logic mind. And then the detachment and letting the emotion guide you and lead you, but not overtake you as you make this turn, as you're rounding the corner. We're in time now. We're in time. Hang on. We've got this link, and this isn't a calendar spread how I've set up, but this feels like the turning the corner of the new year. And I told you to be good to yourself in December. I told you this repeatedly. It's going to be necessary. You're turning the corner. What you do here is going to influence how you shade out the rest of the year. Yes, get the bracelet. Yes, do it. The bracelet will remind you of the chain link. The bracelet is a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do. Spoil yourself and get that and understand your heart and your high heart. This is huge for you. 7 of Swords. Now this one gets the bum rap too. This is Sneaky Pete the Thief, but it's also when we self-sabotage. When we stay in the camp to fight the battle, when we know that we're going to lose, we're staying for our own death, right? Sneaky Pete, when we allow other people to take from us rather than taking care of ourselves first, we dishonor ourselves. Do not self-sabotage. This is your lesson coming in. Make yourself priority. CYA time, okay?
She put, thank you. Sometimes I feel selfish for that.
You're not selfish for that. Not at all. We've been taught, and it's been indoctrinated in many different places in culture, that we have to play nice and put everybody else first and la-di-da-di-da. But what that does to us is just makes us exhausted, empties the pitcher so we can't pour in for somebody else. You have to take care of yourself first. Priority. CYA, CYA, CYA. 5 of Cups. Grieving a loss and sorrow is going to be something that you will learn to do, and it's not going to be the end of the world. But it is the loss of a version that who you were, and if you've outgrown it, or if something has played out differently than you would have anticipated when you were 5 or 10 years younger. You didn't have all the information back then. Don't be so hard on yourself. Grieving the loss of maybe an opportunity, a missed opportunity, or time. No, all is right. You have done well. You've done the best that you can do, and you don't need to beat yourself up for it.
Resentful.
Let that go too. That's a hard ask. But you can be like drinking poison over and over, and resentment's going to get you exactly that. It's not going to serve you. You don't ever forgive anyone or even yourself easily because you feel like you've been offended if you've got the resentment, right? It doesn't serve you to have it. Step into forgiveness by honoring self first, taking better care of self, and honoring this need to take care of yourself rather than viewing it as selfishness. Let the resentment down because it doesn't do anything to anybody else. If Phil and I are driving and we're on the road and somebody cuts somebody off, somebody cuts Phil off, he's blah, 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 blah. Well, the person that cut him off isn't hearing it. Lucky me, when I win a chicken dinner, I get to hear how he presents that other person. And you think they give a shit? No, they do not. Does it serve us to do this? No. Does it serve us to be like, 3 days ago when you were chewing out that person that cut you off, let it go. It's time to put on the big girl panties and learn that resentment doesn't serve. And so when you're feeling that, understand how to use that as something different. How to use that as something where, okay, why did I resent this? Because I shortchanged myself in this way. Why did I resent this? Because I tolerated too much of the X, Y, or Z. Why is the resentment there? Is something to honor, and how can you do it different, and how can you let it go? And if you're really pissed at, I am pissed at XYZ motherfucker, write it down and burn it and try to let it go, because it takes a few times to do that, but it is cathartic. All right, the Tempest here. Wow. 15 is the Devil and 16 is the Tower, and in this deck is represented as the Tempest. You cannot tell me, will you show her this? This woman does not command her own storm. You are a weather system in and of yourself. So put on the big girl panties and figure out what it takes to clarify and cleanse and get rid of what is weighing heavily on your heart, what is creating storm and anger. Because if it's out of control, it sweeps you under. But if you have control of the storm and you can let go of the storm and you become the storm, then you know exactly how to disperse the emotions. You know exactly how to do this. You don't doubt that you are the one that is the commander of the storm. You are the strongest link, the strongest link, and you have been the whole time. You've allowed others to tell you you were not, and that's bullshit. And you know it, and you knew it, and it's why you resent it. So now that you know it, and you know what you knew, and you know what is true, honor what is true moving forward. Be the strong one that you are. 5 of Swords. Leave the battlefield. You've proven your point enough. This one, usually you see the guy with the 3 swords, and he's seen as the bully, adding insult to injury. You know what? He's also leaving the battlefield. It's not just the 2 that are walking away. This one's had enough of that. You don't need to repeat the lesson anymore. Just leave. Leave with the knowledge that you have. You've got this. The Devil's going to try and get you to turn and go backwards, and you don't want to. The Empress is right here. The Devil and the Empress create something that is very seductive and create something that is burdensome going forward. You don't need that there. You don't need that there. What's going on with there? How you use your feminine aspect, your femininity, needs to level up. It's not just about being the Empress and being fertile and receptive and seductive and blah, blah, blah. And it's not just about the Devil being seductive and temptation and abundant and fertility. No. It's the divine feminine power that knows how to follow the intuition, that knows what she needs, demands what she needs, and doesn't put up with less, and doesn't put up with lies or bullshit, not even from herself. That's the truth. Shine the sun on the Devil and he's beaten, because the Empress knows what she needs. Just like the pregnant woman knows if she needs chocolate ice cream, she needs a chocolate ice cream. She's not suffering some idiot bringing chocolate candy bar and calling it good enough. No, she needed the calcium from the fucking ice cream and she wants it. She's going to get it. That's what you have to do. And so when you get the Devil, whether it's within yourself or somebody else, trying to offer you less, you don't settle for less. No more. No more. 10 of Wands. Let that burden down. You can let somebody else deal with that Wands. You got to deal with your own self right now. This is huge for you. Set the burden down. You don't have to carry somebody else's load. You don't have to carry their water. You don't have to do the work for them. You don't have to compensate for some miserable fucker that's slowing you down, holding you down. No. You aren't going to make excuses or compromise yourself or your soul for them anymore. You are your priority. You honor that. That's huge for you. Anything else she needs to know? The sun is illuminating it all. The whole damn thing is illuminated. One more here. The Maiden of Cups. What felt like stinky fish tea, what felt like the emotion that got the stinky ass fish in it, is actually what's going to bring you more. It's going to have more substance. So it wasn't looking like what you wanted. Something has shifted. And you have learned how to use this creatively. This is the card of the artist, the young creator. So you've got illumination on this. Time for you to create what you want to manifest. If you want to create more resentment, you might know how to do that really well. And it's not letting them off the hook to let that poison out of you. It doesn't matter if they're on the hook or off the hook. You don't have to worry about that. Let karma do that job. You deserve a happier life now. You don't have to wait till they get theirs. Karma will catch them. Karma does not forget the address ever. You deserve the happiness now. What's the best revenge? Happiness. Happiness is the best revenge. If they were toxic or if somebody was a fuckwit, who fucking cares? What is it going to take for you to understand that your happiness is your job? That's what I've got. That's complete. Woo. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, love it. This is the Persephone Tarot. Wow. It's a loud one. Lisa was loud today. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't know what kind of, like the link comes out. We might be doing that link a little bit more because that read was beautiful. It's about the chains that bind us and the chains we break and how we see our weakness and how we see our strength, how we move forward and through it. And ain't that life? Uh-huh. That's what we got.
Right, Diana put thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome.
Okay, we have 3 more. Thanks
Okay.
everyone for waiting. Miss Long-Winded here.
There you go. There you have it. Did you want to tell me the information? Just a thought.
Diana would need to hear kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's okay. It's like, have I been stuck in resentment before? Oh, yes, yes. Has that been me being the idiot and stealing my own happiness because I was so damn mad at somebody else? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have. Is Phil going to quit yelling at those cars that cut him off?
Kim put, you're the only one bothered, Phil.
So, yeah. You're going to have to deal, buddy boy.
Okay, we have Kim, then we have Becky, then we have Pamela.
Okay.
Kim is next up. Our Kim, she'd like an Angie special.
Okay.
Becky on deck.
Now, if we need to go into duplicates on this, we will. Hang on. Those littles go down here. I've got the Sleepwalkers Tarot. We've got the Calandra Tarot and the Dreaming Way Tarot. And I want shades of the past life or the lessons that you need to know now. So it's going to be shaded. It's going to be a blended of a past life and a now. And that's what I want to do. So that's what we're doing. I'm getting the North Star and Compass reference right now. So like this, you're thinking the T, but you've got to have the points of the compass on this. Okay. Something about limitations and being limited needs to come off of something that you're going. The compass that needs to be turned, the compass that needs to be shifted a little bit to find your true north. This is what's coming in. Hang on. Page of Pentacles being the Batman. The teacher must become the student once again, just so you know. You've acquired a bunch of skills in some certain set. You had them once before. You were the teacher once before in a different kind of a way, but an artistic vein nevertheless. The teacher must become the student once again. You must shift position. So we've got the Hierophant card here, big, big, big. The illumination is you need to be able to seek like the student once again. It may be in totally a different subject, a totally different vein, but there's something where the teacher must become the student. Again, in order to teach anything well, you have to study, study, study. And this is saying, when the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That's a Wayne Dyer saying. I don't know where that came from, but when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And reverse. And so it must be, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the teacher is ready, the student appears. And you go into a study that is deeper. And you go into a learning and a remembering, which is deeper. We're in time now. We're in time. We're going back on the compass. We're going back.
Kim put, I've been stuck for months.
You need to shift your subject. I'm getting broken plates, broken plates. What is this about? It's not about broken promises, broken dreams, or broken ambitions. This is somebody that did mosaic work. When you see beautiful mosaic art, they've broken several plates or several things of glass. It has to be broken in order to be done. You've seen this. You know what mosaic looks like and how beautiful it can be. You know when you do quilts and you're creating mosaic, you need the medium to change just a little bit. It's mosaic work. You need to break something. You need to shift gears entirely from what it is that you do in your creativity right now, and only for a couple days, but it needs to be something radical. Yes? This side of the compass wants to come in. This is the past. Give me a second. What is this thing? Why is this haze here? Something that was stunted and stopped short. Something that was stunted. We're getting this haze and we're getting this. This is the Four of Swords. But when I go into past life, it reads a little different. It's not reading like laying on the coffin. It's reading that something is stunted and stopped short. It's reading like not the survivor's guilt on the coffin, like a literal death that happened. Because you walked away from a fellow. This is what's going on. You walked away from somebody and they, okay, we're going into oracle mode here. You walked away from somebody and they died and you felt like a guilt or a blame for somebody else's choices. It's not your fault. You felt stunted, you left, they died. You feel like you betrayed somebody when you didn't. You did what was right for you. But you feel the pain because the consequence of their choices landed. You're going through a similar energy now where somebody else needs to feel the consequences of their choices and you have to allow it. It's painful for you to watch somebody beating their head in the brick wall, but if that's what they need to do, that's what they need to do. The angels of mercy are here for you right now, and this is in the past. They came through and they helped you. You have to move on to celebrate something differently. Yeah, this was a loss of a friend or somebody that was very, very close. The loss of a friend. It feels like a masculine. Like it feels like this person in this past life was male. Why is the Empress here? What I'm getting is the Empress, I'm getting the work here, and then I'm getting the Six of Coins. It feels like somebody threw away their legacy. It feels like they went and did something that they weren't, that you saw that wasn't in their best good, and they were going to do it anyway. They were in the haze, they're going to do it anyway. It feels like the mom-son dynamic then. This might be repeating in some kind of essence now. They're still going to smarten up and need to smarten up, and you can't make the choice for them. And that is the hard thing. Their lessons and their curriculum are their curriculum. It feels like the mom-son thing. It feels like you feel like you are not taken seriously as the Empress that you are, even though you knew the information. And here's the gift. You can't do the lessons for them. Our kids have to do their lessons for themselves. This is where the carryover is coming through. Let's go over here. Now the sun and the sun, like child, it feels like this male was your son in this previous lifetime, went out with his foolishness, did idiot things. You went the other direction and said, okay, he's got to learn the lessons. This is feeling what's coming through. Now here we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. You're making a different choice in this lifetime. You're making a choice to handle it smoother and better, to detach in a way that is healthy rather than to feel sorrowful. The detachment of this is going to serve you well. Instead of, telling your kid, don't do this, you're going to let him learn the hard way. You run into the wall, you're going to get smacked and it's going to hurt. You're letting them learn the hard way. And because you've detached and love them anyway, instead of trying to control, you're going to have them find their path a little easier. Two of Swords here. The choices they get, the delusions they go through. The haze again comes in here. This is a Seven of Cups. The haze, the goofy way of thinking. They will come out of it. It's going to take a while. Your choice is to sit still, not over-engage. Put the swords of battle down here, not over-engage. Let them learn that they're the Batman. Let them learn they control their destiny. They're going to be slow in the learning of this lesson. I'm saying sometimes stubbornness is with our sons. Sometimes my son is a stubborn one. But the lesson will come. It will come in time. But this is slow ride. Take it easy. So take it easy. Take it easy. Queen of Swords. And Page of Swords. Cut the shit. Be fair. Be fair to yourself. Learn the lesson. Don't feel stuck. It's not yours to solve. Page of Swords. They need to witness a thing. They need to see the cause and effect for themselves. Past life energy here. Going forward here. Compass here. Hold to your true north. Your creative endeavor needs to be done differently. So the worrying or the anxiety and the stress that would have been differently. The mosaic tile where you would have wanted to yes. Where you would have wanted to complete the picture. Let them fill in their own tiles in their own gaps. Let you do something creatively different. Like this feels like a 2 or 3 day jaunt that you need to do an adventure on your own. Whether you go camping or wherever, I don't know what it is you're going to be doing. That's a little one. That one goes in there. Sorry. Yeah. Whatever this creative adventure is, it's like you need to do a retreat or something for yourself to refresh and recenter, to get your compass back on. It's like something in the force needs to be shifted. When? Probably after December 15th, 16th, 17th, after that. You might even have it after Christmas, but I wouldn't do it immediately. I'd just start planning. Start creative planning a journey, a trip, an adventure for yourself that is selfish, for you, self-love, all of that. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. 2 pages. You both need new lessons. He needs to witness and observe. You need to understand you're the Batman. And you need to understand your own gift. There's a new gift coming in. There's something to do with writing and journaling that will help you and serve you really well. Okay, all right. You need to write your own little version of the 3 Little Pigs or whatever kid's story. It doesn't have to be specifically the 3 Little Pigs. But if you wrote it in a kid's story, it's not because you're wanting to publish it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write it. Free flow the story in the version of a kid's story. It will help you understand the lesson better. 3 of Swords. It will help you move forward. It won't feel so painful to your heart, and the balance will be there. Again, move forward again. Now we get this one. Now we get the littles. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot. What do we got? There's a little bit of travel. This feels like a little bit of a road trip. Maybe you're going to book yourself a hotel, motel, or a retreat stay. It feels like a road trip that you would travel to. It doesn't feel like it's super, super far, and it doesn't feel like it's worth the airport hassle at all for that matter. I don't know why. It's a road trip. King of Swords. Planet, planet, planet. Be strategic. 5 of Swords. Get off the battlefield. Don't fight the stupid battles. Don't fight the stupid airport lines or anything like that. No. Even if you hole up and you're one town away from where you're usually at, and you're just going to be in there writing or creating or just spoiling yourself or taking in movies, whatever this is, it's the mini road trip, the mini vacay that's going to bring more sunlight to you, and it's going to be huge. 7 of Wands. It'll help you hold your boundaries. It'll help you understand yourself as a self. Away and apart from sun, apart from any other energies, this needs to be a solo act. This needs to be a gift for yourself. It's a mini vacay. Anything else you need to know? It will straighten out your compass. What is it you want to do? This 9 of Wands, what is it that you feel wounded about or incompetent at? Or that it's just not going the right direction? And what is the frustration? It needs to be understood that that frustration is there for a purpose, and it doesn't have to be solved today, tonight, or even this year. 9 of Cups. The wish is to not feel the frustration. You think, oh, if I've only done this, then I won't feel the frustration. As creative as you are, you're going to feel frustration now and again. You're going to feel stagnant now and again. Create anyway. Create differently. Create simply. And then go back into what brings joy in the creation of it. Yeah. Page of Cups. You're going to create something new. The artist in you needs to be honored in a different way in order to understand the substance of what you have. That's what's coming through. The stinky fish tea, you might get that fish and throw it and smack somebody in the face and be like, haha, gotcha, fucker. You might be totally happy with that. You might not be making that for dinner. You might be using that as like a projectile, like, karma for you, bam. You know, that kind of thing. You removing yourself from the presence of this is going to remove yourself from the chaos of it, and it helps you get your true north back. That's what I've got. That's complete.
Woo.
Yeah, wow. That's a biggie. That's a biggie. I don't know why it comes in. We've got compass and we've got links coming in. That's interesting. Those are probably hints to me on reads. Honey, will you write down compass and chain link so I will know? Because I would like to do a little bit more of those reads, and I think those are coming in for me to do. That's the task at hand for me. So, all right. Okay. I can handle it. So, yeah, that's what we got.
Okay, Ange. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
She put thanks, Ange.
You are welcome. I hope that helps. Yeah. Yeah. And whatever was in this past life with the sun, it wasn't anybody's in particular fault. It was just the curriculum. If somebody's taking a class in pottery, don't expect them to suddenly be brilliant at algebra. They're learning pottery. That's what I got.
Okay, Angie.
She knows what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about. That message isn't meant for you. It's meant for her.
I get it. Jeez, relax.
Mr. Smartass over there. Okay.
Okie doke. Next up, we have Becky for a blind.
Becky for a blind. Woo! Okay.
Pamela, you're on deck. Thanks for waiting. Both of you guys, Becky and Pamela. Thanks for waiting.
Becky for a blind. Oh, Okay. No. Here we go. Why are we here? This is one of my favorites. It's called The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid, and I love this one. And this one is a mermaid or some kind of deck like that. Is mermaidy energy that needs to come through. What do we got going through here? There's a path to a tree here. That's what we're getting. That's what we're following. Hang on. Why is the mermaid in the tree? All right. Let's see what's going on. What does she need to know? Steep climb. A lot of force coming through here. A lot of force coming through here. All right. We had the mermaids coming through before on a different read earlier. And this is a different kind of read. In the previous one, the mermaids came through and it was like she had forgotten about her mermaid self and she went into this other realm and used her legs. This one is a steep climb. You need to use your legs or the ocean will throw you into the tree. That's what is coming through. If you don't start making the steep climb, it will be like the universe would send a tower for you. The Dragon's Lair, you need to get out of the Dragon's Lair. You need to get out and do your own thing. The moonlight is here. The fairy energy here coming through, big, big, big. The compass energy coming through here. We were just talking about the compass and true north. You need to honor whatever it is that's the true north, even though it's a difficult, steep climb for you coming through. This is huge for you. You already know what this is about. You've been dwelling in the Dragon's Lair for far too long. You've been underwater far too long. And you need to be able to move forward in a different way. It's a steep climb. You're going towards the gentler of the lessons, even though it feels strong. The gentle gardener. It's like the divine crone is trying to get you up to the tree, to remember your roots, to remember what's gone on before. You may be more human than mermaid this time around. It doesn't mean you don't understand this very, very well. You do. You're more human than mermaid this time around, and it's a steep climb. Get your head out of the sea. Get out of the emotional hubbubbery and drama and the submerged, and get into what it is that you're doing. Get yourself grounded. The storm field. You're walking through it again. Steep ground, steep ground. Good. And the rescue of yourself. Until you make this climb, you won't have the magic that you long for, that you miss, that you know you used to have. You'll be handling incoming all the time. This dragon's coming in, incoming. You're like putting out fires, putting out fires, putting out fires, and the dragon's like, you need to get the fuck out of there. You're handling something it's trying to submerge you over and over and over when you need to be walking your own path. Right here, walking your own path in a big, big way. The rescue you need to do is for yourself. You know, I say ride your own hero horse. You need to do and plan your own rescue. You can't wait for somebody to come in and throw you the rope or throw you whatever. No, you need to plan your own rescue, because whatever this incoming is not yours to solve. That's somebody else's to solve. That's their shit. And you keep doing this rescue of somebody else to procrastinate doing your own rescue for yourself. And you want your magic gifts to come in and your spiritual gifts to come in. You've got to start following the fucking compass. You can't just put it off, put it off, put it off. It's time to go forward towards that. The spirit of place, that's up the tree. This is up the tree. We're up the path and up the tree. Now what's the mermaid lesson up the tree? Wow. You're afraid of letting somebody down that you made a promise to, and the promise that you've made to them is not more important than the promise you made to your own soul. This is questioning the darkest thoughts and taking a vow. And they're coming in opposition to each other. The crone in the sky is trying to call you forward. This one looks very crony. And also you in clown mode. You in a mode that is not true to self. The gentle gardener is trying to lead you up this path. You need to be truer to self coming through. The vow you took to yourself outranks the vow you took to anybody else. Don't worry about if you're going to let somebody down, because you're already letting yourself down in some way. And it does not serve you. There's no way to put that nicely or politely or sugarcoat that shit. Nor would I ever. If my sisters were right here, they'd be hearing it equally strongly and maybe even more. But you, the loyalty to yourself needs to kick into gear. You know, when we hear about the airplanes and put the mask on yourself so you can help somebody else, it's like, yeah, you know that, but you keep putting the mask on other people, other people, other people. What are you going to do? Pass out and go down with the plane? No. Honor. Put the mask on self. Take care of self. Honor the vow and the promise that you made to your own soul. Your own soul's contract is coming due. You can't get in touch with your mermaid gifts if you're going to be constantly solving other people's problems. You need to go within. You need to see some of the shadow to recognize why you would put this off, why you don't want to see something with a little bit more clarity, a little more truth, and be real honest with yourself and what you need to see and what you need to do moving forward, how you need to grow, and why is it challenging. And it doesn't mean it has to be grown overnight, but it needs to be acknowledged that something has to change within you to shift and be honored. This is saying embracing sensuality as union, and this is saying celebrating the world's diversity. This is one of those decks and one of those cards that I kept in there, and I kind of wondered whether I should, because not every read is about a love reading or sensuality and, you know, the heat and the sheets thing. Celebrating and embracing sensuality as union is more than just the heat and the sheets thing. It's understanding the sensuality that is in you. It's understanding as an earth walker using all of your senses and your sensuality. Understanding and engaging in pleasure. And this is, what's her name? I think it's Regina Thomasauer, Mama Gina. Mama Gina's School of Womanly Arts. Good book. Pick that one up if you can get it. But it talks about the pleasure principle and how when we are delighted with ourselves, when we are sensually delighted, it's about knowing more than our own anatomy and more than our own map, okay? It's more than heat in the sheets. It's knowing what it's like to smell really good bread baking and know that we're going to have it and we're going to pig out on it and love it. It's knowing that we are going to the beach and we want to feel the wet sand under our toes. It's knowing that our heart is happy when we breathe easier. These are the things. This is the emotional stuff. You've been confused by the Dragon's Lair. You've been confused by what is sensuality. It's enjoying the roll of your own hips, and if you're going to do belly dancing, do belly dancing. It's enjoying every aspect of the skin that you're in, inhabiting the vehicle that you're in, inhabiting your human form that you're in for yourself. You are in this vehicle. You are on this journey. You are on this adventure. Inhabit the skin you're in. Love the body you have. Love the gifts that it teaches you. Celebrating the world's diversity. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't be taking care of everything else before you do your own climb. It's loving every gift that you've got. Treating the whole package of you as a gift, a whole gift of you going forward. It's huge for you. It's reveling in exactly how you came. Whether you came 5'2" or 5'10" doesn't matter. Whether you came blonde hair, blue eyed, or whether dark skin, dark eyed, doesn't matter. This is how you came to learn your lessons. It's not off course. It's not unintentional. It's the contract that you made for this life go around. Now, how do you get that magic back? Seeking the healing water is what comes through. If you go into the healing waters of tarot, you're in the star card. You're in number 17, the star card. Look for number 17 on every month for the next year. Look for number 17, the star card. When you get the 1 and 7 together, it's added up to an 8, which is a lesson of mastery and advancement. Think 8 of points, right? Okay, great. Seek the healing water. The star card, she looks to the stars, she looks to the Pleiades, she looks up there, and she dreams again and has hope for her dreams and her wishes coming true. Not somebody else's, hers. This is what's going on. Celebrating the world's diversity, celebrating all the beauty that's happened so far up to this point. And then seek the healing water and dream your dream again. It's big for you. It's very big for you. It's beautiful. Find your own compass again. Find your own dream again. Go back to the moonlight, but don't take somebody else's problems out there. You take your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, everything you want to manifest, and your ability to inhabit the skin you're in and reclaim your magic. Take that there. That takes you to the spirit of the place of where you want to be and what you're doing. And it takes you where the gentle gardener can take this and the darkest thoughts no longer are there. And the value you took to yourself becomes sacred once again. This is how you do it. Anything else? That's complete. Nothing else. That's complete. You've heard it. You've heard it. Time to shift your course. All right. Woo. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Like, chokes me up energy. Beautiful energy. You are allowed to dream your dream for yourself and go towards what your heart wants. And you must do it. Nobody can do it for you. You must do it. You're not off course to be 5'2" or 5'10" or blonde or brunette. You're not off course in any way. You are perfection. Go forward and dream your dream and go after it. That is how you find your magic again. Okay.
I've been putting mom and my grandsons first. I'm trying to focus on me.
Now screw them. Your mom and grandsons have their own lessons to work out. You can do you. They have to do them. Their lessons are theirs. You have a big heart and a big tender heart, but it's an avoidance mechanism. And now you've been called out on it very clearly from the universe. If you want to honor them, you honor yourself first, because you will teach them how to honor themselves as well. It is a gorgeous lesson. And you've got it. You've got it. You've got it. It is not wrong in any way to pursue your own dream. And it is not wrong in any way to let other people learn their lessons too, because you can't learn it for them. All right. Okay, I'll quit preaching. All right.
And but thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome.
Okay, last read.
Okay.
Pamela for your head.
Pamela for your head. Let me get some water, Pamela. Your head. Pamela, we're going to Tarot of the Abyss. And I almost bought a third of this deck. I love this one. It's gorgeous. I wanted to color it as much as this one is like has its own kind of color palette. The Tarot of the Abyss, when I got it, I wanted to color it, but it's black and white, and it takes me to a time and a place in like 76, about then. That's when it takes me to. 1 second. Okay. The Abyss. All right. Your head for Pamela. Let's take a look. Why do we need to go into this? But I need to clear space a little bit more. 1 second. I need room. You're going to need room this year. A lot of it. Okay, we're needing space. 1 second.
What are you doing, Angie?
I'm doing what I'm called to do. You need more space. You need room. You need to spread and sprawl and be able to make a mess. Wow, sweetie, okay. For you, the big and little are flipped. The myopic and the macro and the micro are flipped. Give me a second here. All right, okay. That's why I need the room. Usually I'll do the big cards in the center, little around the side, so we have enough space to do this, like so you guys can see it. This time I'm called to flip it, so I'm flipping it. What you're learning in one, as above, so below, as in micro, as in macro. Micro lesson that will be amplified. Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay, love that for you. Show her these and we're going to start. We're going to get started with the big cards next. Holy shit balls. Wow, it's big. All right. There's something linking to Egypt coming through. The Eye of Horus and Ra coming through. Queen of Wands is already coming through, repeating. Already repeating. Holy shit, already repeating. Queen of Wands, the one who has her confidence restored, has all the mojo and the happiness challenge coming through. What your happy ever after looks like is up to you. It's different than others, and it doesn't have to be what others assign it to be. You have to have what's happy to you. That's how you get your confidence. And when you have your confidence, people approach you. You need to know that you have the mojo. You need to know you are the cookie again. The Eight of Cups, you've been working really hard, but you need to leave something behind. This is coming through as the November energy. Now let's see what's coming up in December. Can they see that well enough, honey? Can they see this?
You're a little off camera, but I'll try my best.
Let's shift it. There we go. Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords. December. Are you going to self-sabotage or not? You don't have to. This Queen of Wands energy that instantly extrapolated out to here. Instant. Show her that. That's big badass energy. She is the one that is the party and she needs to honor herself. This is honoring yourself by being confident in what you're doing. Bringing yourself forward. Showing up, showing off. Like, there's nothing wrong with you being the prettiest. There's nothing wrong with you being the smartest. There's nothing wrong with you being both. You don't have to always defer or demur to other people. It is not the year of demur for you. It's not demur. It's not mindful. It is confident. It is chin up, tits out. Seriously. Confident. No more self-sabotage, playing small. Cover your ass and be confident. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That's the October right there. Okay. October. Two of Wands. Going to have a different place of evaluation. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's like your year is elongated. So some of this will probably bleed into 2026. Just understand that the lessons are starting early, as in November. Some of them you've seen me start in December. Yours are starting in November. You know you're the Queen of Wands. You know you can be confident. And you know you haven't shown your sparkle lately, and you need to. You need to sparkle and honor self dynamically. Take the time. Put in the effort. Go get the hairdo done. Go get the nails done. Go get whatever done that makes you feel chin up, tits out. There's nothing wrong with you strutting. Why do you have to play small for somebody else? There's no reason for it at all. It needs to stop. You playing small for somebody else does not serve the world. It doesn't serve you best. It serves somebody else maybe conveniently for a short period of time. That's it. That's all. It's like if you're hungry for something, get the something. Don't just order the stupid salad. If you want the chili dog or the chili cheese fries, get the chili cheese fries, for God's sake. All right, the world. You've got this understood. You completed the lesson here. Now it's about completing it here. This is why the 10 of Cups and your happy needs to be chased after. Month after month after month. What's going to make you happy in this day, in this moment, in this week, in this month? Month after month after month. The world. You've seen it like looking through the keyhole. You got it here. You just need to get it here. Theoretically, you understand. In theory. But you have so much conditioning that is opposite of this. So much conditioning that would tell you, play small, don't rock the boat, don't make a fuss. Why do you have to do it? You know, you weren't talented at this before, but you've got into so much a big load of bullshit about how small you need to play in this certain box to make other people comfortable that you started doing it. And maybe it's a matter of survival. Maybe it's a matter of how you were raised or conditioned, whatever. But that day is done. That time is done. There's no way you can squish your soul, your spirit, and yourself into this little box that somebody else has created. There's just no fucking way anymore. The macro and the micro have flipped. They need to learn that you are the smartest, that you are the EST, the strongest, the most beautiful. They need to learn your power. And they learn this by you showing up in it. You show up for you, and you show up to show them. And if they can't handle it, too bad. Too bad. That doesn't mean you get to play small anymore. Your permission slip to play small, to help them grow, fuck that. Nah. Two of Pentacles. There's going to be a juggle. And this isn't a juggle of the coins and the resources. This is a juggle of your soul. The macro and the micro are shifting. The one who thought that she was the prettiest and the fairest of them all can just suck it. Because you've yielded to that nonsense for long enough. It is time to claim ownership of who you are, ownership of your value, ownership of your beauty. You do not have to play small. Exactly. You could be a one-legged frog and out-beauty those around you because they've told you one-legged frog's not cool. One-legged frog's not cool. You can't hop. You can't get things done. One-legged frog is remarkable. So whatever it is, you might be the most beautiful two-legged frog ever, and they're the one-legged frogs. Don't accept their assessment of your beauty anymore. Yeah, it's definitely time to defy it. It's definitely time to deny it and their version and their label of you. Double birds all the way. You have long played small for their comfort. This is the abyss. This is the gap between who you were and who you actually are. And you have bridged it, and it's time to own who you are. All right, what else is coming in on this? They're not going to like it. Dumb shit. They're not going to like it. If you tell them, actually, I am better than you. Actually, I am prettier than you. Actually, I don't care for your comparison. Actually, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. Actually, bug off. They're not going to like it. Doesn't matter. You don't even have to say any of those things. You just have to step into your own power. Do your own thing. And whether they like it or not, that's not up to you. They can take a leap off the short pier, right? They can. Two of Wands. There could be, what the hell happened? This Two of Wands is not reading like the Two of Wands yet. It will read like the Two of Wands here, over in October. Right here, it's the world in your hand versus the world on the horizon. and they aren't seeing clearly and you aren't seeing clearly, it's going to be totally clear. But you have to start making this practice, this devotion, this new religion called honoring self, the new religion. The sacredness of who you are needs to be allowed through, not just seen, but action towards this over and over and over and over. March. This was February, by the way. They're going to be feeling uncomfortable. I don't care. You aren't going to care either. February, you're going to be spoiling yourself. The whole year, you should be spoiling yourself. The more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more true this Queen of Wands comes through. It's reclaiming your mojo, sweetie. That's what it's all about. The Knight of Swords. You've seen and witnessed enough by March. You have a sharp sword. Don't make you use it. But if you do, watch out. Yeah, the cat of the different coat with the claws that are just as sharp. That's from Game of Thrones song, and it's Castamere or something like that. And who are you? The proud Lord said that I should bow so low. I'm just a cat of a different coat. That's all the truth I know. And it's the claws that you have are as sharp as theirs ever have been. You don't bow so low for them anymore. You are the Queen of Wands. And they have treated you like the servant, and you are done. You are absolutely done with this. And this isn't just pertaining to one person. It's a dynamic where you have set yourself lower in order that enoughness might be conquered, and it just doesn't work for you anymore. You do not set yourself lower anymore. You set yourself fierce. Warrioress. The Tower. The Nine of Swords. You got so tired of propping them up. You can't hold the foundation. If their foundation is fucked, you can't keep holding this tower up. You're the one that's going to have to shove it down. They're going to have to deal with their reality and their real selves and who they see in the mirror. But you have to deal with who you see in the mirror. You can't prop them up. You can't be wounded for them forever. You can't play small forever. You've had enough pain from this. What else does this give me us? You are resilient. The wounded soldier is resilient. Strong enough to have come through the battle on the other side. But you don't have to take the arrows for them anymore either. The Devil, you were taught to take the arrows for them, carry the burden for them, let them be the star, let them outshine you. You were taught to be in the background. They're wrong. They're wrong to have, you're not in the background. You were taught a lie of who you are. Just because you were doing it different, and just because you're here to make the breakthrough, just because somebody has been cast in the role of the black sheep doesn't make them the bad guy. Just because somebody has been cast in the role of servant doesn't make them not the princess or the queen. You were miscast early on, and that is done. Done. The tower's going to fall on this, and it's beautiful. The blessing that comes after, this is usually the, oh shit, oh no, kicking that over. Why? Because you just can't hold up their end for them. Yeah, I'll hold this, I'll hold this, I'll hold this. Oh, go ahead, have fun. I'll just stay here doing all the work. No. No, you don't need to compensate for that shit. No, no, no. Knight of Cups going on. You understand the betrayal, you understand what it is, and you aren't going to let it poison your heart. You aren't going to let it harden your heart. You're not going to even let it hurt you too much. You've suffered enough hurt as it is. The Knight of Cups and the false promises and the false knight that comes through, that's something that comes through when somebody else is set above you or set beyond you, and it's not their job to be beyond you. King of Cups, you're going to detach from it. You've ridden out the storm this far. You're going to continue to ride forward. Five of Cups, yeah, you'll mourn the loss, and yeah, you will have grief over it. But the problem of it is not your problem anymore. You won't be wallowing in it. You will understand and honor that what you had was a different version than what they thought you had. And who you are is a different version than they would ever see you as. And that's totally fine. You're coming into your own. I can't say it any plainer. You're coming into your own. You can grieve the past and understand the past at the same time without needing to wallow in it or be swept up in it. And every once in a while, grief might come and bite you on the ass a little bit here or there. That's okay. You're still moving forward. You're still getting back to this Queen of Wands energy. The Four of Coins. You're going to be a little guarded on your heart. You've been told you don't have enough when you do. The Four of Coins is usually seen with one foot on one coin, one foot on another coin, one here and one on his head. That is plenty. when all you've needed was one coin. You don't have to hold so tight to the past. You won't clutch tight to this past or this grief. You're going to open up and be more vulnerable, and you're going to open up to the right people, and you're going to open up mostly to yourself. It's like you can't pry open the rose, but you can't force it closed either. There's something huge coming in. Queen of Cups is coming in here. Very compassionate and strong. So we've got June, July, August. The Leo is going to come in here and try and upset the Cancer. What is that about? She does not like this reversal. She does not like this reversal. Your compassionate, tender self has served others really, really well for a long, long time. But now you're coming into this fiery energy. And there's somebody that usually is used to being the sparkle, somebody that was set differently than you. You sparkle in a totally different way. It's not that you have to diminish or that she is diminished, and she may not understand that. There may be jealousy and rivalry coming in on this. You be the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. That's okay to do. Page of Pentacles. And we know what that is. That means you're the fucking Batman and you've never been the Robin. Although you've been told your entire life you've been the Robin. You're not the Robin, you're the fucking Batman. You've always been the Batman and everybody knew it. Who had the batarangs? Who had the utility belt? Who had the car? Who had all the answers? Who had all the solutions? Now it's time to employ those solutions for your own Batman adventure. The Hanged One. The willing sacrifice and the self-sacrifice and time to get down from that tree. The new perspective that you take on frees you up from that. Frees you up from that sacrifice. You've made the sacrifice long enough. It's just you've entered into a new era, a new chapter of yourself. And they will adjust. It's going to be uncomfortable for them, probably through June, July, August. Tough. Your comfort is the prime concern. It's the priority, and it is big. The Queen of Wands is confident, and people will approach when they need to approach. And some people will fall off and fade off, and that is just fine. It makes her no less of a queen. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands. She's the most sensual, the most glamorous. She comes in and the party starts when she's there. And people can either handle it, or they're going to handle their lower or different or other, maybe not lower, their other lessons. That's okay. You've been on this tree long enough. Time to get down. The sacrifice has been made. Price paid, okay? Rent paid. Six of Cups, nostalgia of the heart, 10 of Swords, the multiple betrayals of the heart that have happened. And this feels like a family dynamic. This feels like something that's set up either in family or friends that are as close as family. It feels like this has been set and that this has shifted. And the thing is, you can't be the sacrifice all the time. You have outgrown what is actual friendship and joy. You know to be friendship and joy. Not to be one person always cleaning up another person's mess. Not to be one person always lifting another and letting them have the spotlight. No, the spotlight's going to be on you. Get comfortable with the warm and heat. It's time. The Queen of Wands understands how to use that heat. Queen of Coins here. You know the value of things. You inhabit all the Queen's energies. We've got cups. We've got wands. We've got coins. We've got the sword over here, but not in the form of the Queen of Swords yet. You have trouble cutting this off and differentiating. You can't hold to the past any further. You can value the past and use it for your own gain, but you can't hold to it without being hurt. That's where the abyss is. It's a big distance between here and here. There is space. You need space from some of this nonsensory. Now we're going back to this Two of Wands that came up over here. Remember? We talked about this coming up over here. We talked about this. Now you see the world in your hand and the world on the horizon, and you navigate and inhabit and move about to and fro as easy as pie. It's not just plans, it's steps that have been taken. The world is your oyster now. The world is in your hands because you own it, because you own yourself. Your heart belongs to yourself again in a way that is deeper and truer than it's been in a long, long time. You agreed to do some of these contracts. You agreed to have some of this in your curriculum for your lessons. But you are not going to be sacrificed for them forever and ever in the role that they assigned you. You cannot. Eight of Swords. The limiting beliefs have gone and you've shed them. They'll try and bring them back, but they go just as quick as the swords. Now, you can see that she's not wrapped super tight. We've shown this. But if you see this in the traditional form, she's on the beach and there's limiting thoughts represented by the swords and the knowings and the 8 swords around her. And I've always said, if the ocean comes in, if the tide just comes in and hits that sand, those are only held in by a little bit of their tip, a little bit of the sword. They aren't buried to the hilt deep in the sword, deep in the sand. No, the tips of the swords are in the sand. The ocean wave would come in and wash it through, and that's what's happened. And whether you realize it or not, that's what's happened. It's already happened, and it's going to continue happening. The limiting beliefs are going to fade. This feels like we're going retro October. This is November that we're in. It's already happened. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's already happened. This is the new emotional space that you are offering the world, offering yourself, offering your soul's highest good going forward, and it's very beautiful. Anything else? The Hanged One and the Ace of Cups. The Hanged One's over here. This is the lesson. This is the lesson to let yourself down from this. You are not meant to be martyr. You are meant to be fantastic. To pursue your own happiness. To have the Queen of Wands. This is the Ace of Cups. The offer has been made from the universe and you're ready to take it and move forward. You have completed this by January. It's an adjustment period a little bit. You maybe haven't seen yourself as Queen of Wands. Understand you are. Understand this. Your role is not to play small or black sheep or whatever they have assigned you. It's just not. Sorry, that curriculum is done. It's complete. Now it all is just about your heart, letting go of that and owning your mojo. It's about, yeah, I'm going to go spend blah, blah, blah on myself and I'm going to be looking good and I'm going to strut. Not only am I going to strut, I'm going to make everybody there wish they were me because I'm glad I'm me. Right on. That's how the energy is shifting for you. It's very beautiful. And it's not egotistical. It's inspirational. A woman in her own power inspires. A woman in her own power is strong, is fierce, is beautiful, is joyful, and inspires. And sometimes inspires envy. And if you've been made to play small because others have been envious, let that go. Because it's time to play big because there's many who are relying on you to be walking in your power so they can see what that looks like. Good luck. That's complete.
Woo!
That's fierce. Very fierce. And the Queen of Swords is not there. And the reason the Queen of Swords is not in this read is because you're not suffering fools anymore. You've already passed that one. You've already done that, learned that. Yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this. And it's the abyss. And it's going to feel like a big walk. But you can do it. All right.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible. When you learn that, when you really learn it from here to here, you will never forget that year. There is something that changes within you, like the song says. And you cannot go back to what you were before. You cannot go back to thinking about it from a different point of view. Occasionally you might get reminders, but you will not go back. You have shifted. You have changed. Something is not the same. All right.
Okay, Angie. Wow.
Yeah, that's complete and stunner of a read. Stunner. I love it. Okay.
Exactly spot on. I have family who I've been really close with that. I'm feeling it's time
Yeah, and
to
it
get
doesn't.
some space from.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be harsh. It's just if you've outgrown the space that they continue to occupy, it doesn't mean you have to be there. You just have outgrown it. You've grown differently. That's okay. So that's what I've got. That's a beautiful, beautiful read. Beautiful, beautiful. So
Okay, Ange. All right.
I love it.
That
I think
is
we're
it.
done.
Woo, long
I'll
show,
probably be
Ange.
back on Saturday is what I'm thinking. Maybe Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay.
Kim, if you're up for it, let me know. But tentatively, that's what we're doing. Unless, some... But I think Saturday night is what we'll do.
Pamela put it's really hard because I look at her as my mom.
Moms are good for teachers. Moms are good for sometimes maintaining order and structure. But there's also mother wounds that happen. And there are times, and I've seen it in numerous cases, where the mom comes in as the mom in this life, but was a daughter or a peer in another life. In past life readings I've done. So just because she has been that, don't diminish what she has been, but don't diminish yourself either. You've grown up. And your mom will always be a soft spot in your heart, whether it's your birth mother, your mother that is a friend, whatever this is. This role of mom is there for a little bit. But if you've grown beyond it, you've grown beyond it. And that's okay. You're allowed to grow. They're allowed to grow. And you don't always grow at the same place, in the same space, and the same rate. That's okay. You're going to do just fine. You are the Queen of Wands. Get your mojo. Own it. Chin up. Tits out. You got this. Okay.
Okay, Angie. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Thank
Kim.
you, everyone.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks,
I love
Steph.
doing this. Thanks for being here with us today. This was a blast. Happy Black Friday to you all. Be safe out there. Know you're loved, and the divine and the universe always has your back.
Okay. We will see you next time. Angie will see you Saturday night, most
Yeah.
likely. I will see you next week.
Okay. See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.